South London, Draculum. Cool people, Richard Smith. Pia for the animals, hello, nice to see you here. I'm in the same place, but I'm facing the other way today. I don't know if you can see the ice rink. Can you tell it's an ice rink? I guess you can kind of tell it's an ice rink. The weather is just wet air. That's what it is today. Being that it is mopey, I'm expecting that the conversations would be relatively shitty, because we know how people are. You know, this is an emotional conversation. People will be emotional about it, so you know they'll be mopey. I don't know why people depend so much on the weather. Hey, Bo Animo. Tash Peterson is live now also, right? Which is kind of cool. I'm happy that she's going live. She's got so many followers. I saw she was like having like 500, 600 people at a time now, which is amazing. I also released a short like 30 minutes ago to see if that boosts the views. Let's see. Remember to hit that like, everyone. We gotta get the algorithm going. You guys wanna try a social experiment? Hey Ben, nice to see you here. Tash stopped. Someone tried to steal her sign. Really, Jake? Wow. Oh, that's a pity. Jesus Christ, man. The people that were there, those teenagers, were just all just awful. Awful people. I did really like her sign. Would you date a vegan? That's a cool one. It's a cool one. I'm gonna try it today in a way or another. I'm gonna try it. Let's see. There's not a lot of people on the streets also because it's like this. The weather's a bit mopey. So I don't know how many conversations we'll have. Will depend. And as always, you know, it takes some time. And if not, we might need to move, you know, if we get no conversations here. So what is everyone thankful for during this Thanksgiving Day? Oh yeah, it's Thanksgiving. I forgot. Well, I'm thankful that I'm a human and not an animal to be exploited and slaughtered, I guess. I'm thankful that I get to speak up on their behalf and not the other way around. I don't know. I'm thankful for that. Still no? What a great day in Amsterdam. Sending sunshine your way, says Pia. Thank you, Pia. I mean, it's not bad. Like it's not cold, you know. Like I actually have my these shoes on, you know, the regular. I still have 2 pairs of socks, but it's not cold. It's just wet. It's just wet and mopey. So when it's cold and when it's wet and mopey, people are also less open-minded. Hey, you wanna have a conversation with me? All they want to do is get home. Oh, I don't like it outside. I'm gonna go home. It's just how everybody does it today. Could have even worn my cap instead of my chest cap. Hi.
Hi.
You wanna have a conversation with me?
What kind of social experiment do you do?
Just ask your questions, get you to think a little bit. You wanna try it? Are you okay being live on YouTube? Are you okay being live on YouTube?
Yes.
Okay. Can you come a little bit there? Yeah, just come a little bit closer here.
Okay.
What's your name?
Tobias.
Tobias, I'm Chip.
Hi.
Nice to meet you. Where are you from, Tobias?
I'm from Poland.
From Poland. Oh, nice. What brings you here? Do you live here or?
No, I came here just to visit Amsterdam.
Love it. So, Tobias, would you date somebody who abuses animals?
No,
No. Why not?
because these values are not in line with my values.
How would you define abuse, to be clear? Because, you know, sometimes people mean different things.
Okay. This is a great question. I would say something that is done on purpose to make an animal suffer.
Okay. To make them suffer physically or emotionally, right?
Physically or emotionally, yes.
Is negligence abuse or is it just...
Yes, negligence would be abuse if the perpetrator is aware
Yeah.
of the abuse, because if somebody, I don't know, is depressed and because of that neglects their animal, I would maybe not consider that abuse.
Okay. So we said physical and emotional harm, and if it's neglect, it's still abuse. Okay. Would you? Okay. So what if you really liked somebody and they said, "I'm not gonna abuse animals anymore. I'm gonna pay somebody to abuse them." Would
Oh,
it be okay?
this is the same.
That's the same.
Yeah.
It's the same. Okay. Okay. So, are you against animal abuse or supporting it?
I am against animal abuse. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. Do you think that when we buy products that farm animals, like meat, eggs, milk, animals are abused for these products?
Not really. And here is why.
So it's not physical or emotional harm?
Not, there is a big gray area for me,
But is it
personally.
physical or emotional harm?
Not always.
Not always?
Not always. I buy, for example, organic eggs.
Yeah.
And if the
What happens to
chick-
the male chicks in organic eggs?
I don't know, but sorry, the chicks. If you have just a flock of chicken, female,
Yeah.
and they,
How can that happen? What happens to the males if you only have females? I mean, you gotta take
You know,
responsibility for all of it, right? If you're gonna
I
be buying
understand.
sentient beings and owning
Yeah.
them, you're
Yeah.
gonna be might as
okay,
well consider
okay, but
what
you are
you're
now
doing,
a bit
right?
aggressive. You are more proficient in English.
Yeah.
English is not my first language, so if you
Sure.
want me to explain, you need to give me a bit more space.
Sure.
So, first, you separate the males and the females. And if you have the females right now, they only will lay eggs that are not fertile. So you will not have any female or male.
Okay.
Yeah? Okay, I understand. Then, with the males, I understand that they are probably being killed.
Yeah.
I hope not, as when they are very small. I would say
The first day of life.
okay, then sorry. Still, it's a gray area. I'm not against being vegan. I'm not against being vegetarian. I am not. I am flexi. I try to eat as less meat as possible. I eat eggs.
So that would be
eat milk.
zero.
Sorry?
That would be zero, right? Because you can eat no meat. That's as much as possible.
As less as possible to have a healthy diet.
You mean zero, yeah.
No.
Well, I'm
it
a
does not.
certified
No, it does not
nutritionist.
mean. It
Can
does
you explain
not.
to me what
yes.
you need from meat?
Yes. You need cholesterol.
You need cholesterol. Your body doesn't produce it.
You as a man, you need cholesterol.
No, you don't.
No. Yes.
Your body produces cholesterol.
No. No. It has to have
Well,
some.
that's fine.
It has to have some.
Show
fat.
me evidence that we need it.
Sorry, I read. Actually, I read a book about it. It was not against being vegan or against being
We
vegetarian.
don't need
It was a bit.
cholesterol, no.
A bit.
Our body produces it. All the cholesterol
no.
we need, our body produces
no.
it. No?
I'm not a chemist.
How much cholesterol do you eat per day?
I don't know how much an egg has.
Okay.
So
how much cholesterol do you think our body produces?
I don't know.
A 1,000 milligrams.
No, sorry. You
What
said,
do you think
sorry,
happens when you
hey,
eat more cholesterol?
Hey, I said you need to give somebody more space if
Yeah.
if they are not so proficient in English.
Okay.
Because then this discussion has no really meaning.
Okay.
You can have follows and likes by attacking, but then it's over.
What have I attacked you with?
Now with this, how much cholesterol I know.
Asking questions
yes.
is attacking.
If I said before that I don't think that my body produces cholesterol, then asking me how much does my body produce cholesterol, this is attacking, because this is not being in a conversation.
Okay.
I said
Well,
I don't think that.
Okay, so you don't
has.
think, but
No.
I have the evidence. I have science
I have-
behind me, and you
Okay,
can. Your body produces all the cholesterol it needs. We don't need anything to. We
Okay.
can thrive on a plant-based diet. There's nothing in meat or animal products that we need. And given that behind these products there is abuse,
Based-
exploitation, and slaughter, how
Based-
exactly can you justify saying that you wouldn't even date somebody who pays to abuse animals, but you yourself abuse them? Isn't that hypocritical?
No, I don't think so.
But you do pay for
I
them
don't
to be
think so.
abused because they go into slaughterhouses. Cows are forcefully impregnated to produce milk. Their babies are taken away from them. Their babies are killed.
Yeah.
So how is that fair?
I don't think we. I believe we have to eat some meat. I don't think I am totally against industrial farming.
Why?
Because I think that it's if it's hard for me now to explain it in English. Sorry.
Is it because they objectify animals?
non-industrial farming also objectifies animals.
Oh, they do, yeah.
So,
So you're okay
no,
with
it's not-
animal
no.
objectification?
Yes,
Yes.
yes,
Humans are animals also, so you're okay with human objectification also, right?
yes.
You're okay with human objectification. So you have no problem with slavery and stuff like that, right?
No, I don't say there's a wide gap with objectification.
What's wrong with slavery?
What's wrong with slavery?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Do you know what's wrong with slavery?
No, I will. Thank you. Have a great day.
If you don't know, why are you against it? Told you. It's gonna be a cheeky day. I was also not the perfect person, I'll admit it. But I want to have conversations today where I'm actually being very straight with people. This was a test, you know. Kuka says I called it. He was just uninformed. I tried to inform him, but he was just getting very defensive. You saw that. I don't know why he got like. I think people should no longer get on this side because then they feel kind of like cornered, I guess. Also position-wise. Yeah. Twisting words to fit narrative. Yeah, I think he was doing that indeed. Because he said he's against animal abuse. And then he said, well, it's not abuse if I exploit and slaughter them for products I don't need. Well, I think I need them. Okay, but that doesn't mean anything. It doesn't mean that you need them. You can think whatever you want.
Joder, es verdad que el Rix es mañana a las 9.
Get ready, everyone. Samslag, when we suffer as vehicles, and in their capacity to suffer, a dog is a pig, is a bear, is a boy. Thank you so much, Samslag. You're right. And, you know, today I have days when I kind of want to be nice to people and like explain to them and be all that. But I have days when I just don't want to deal with the nonsense. Like I'll explain to them. But when somebody makes a claim that they need cholesterol and I explain to them that no, they don't. No, you don't. And then he says, yeah, I do. Then I'm going to start asking you questions about your claim. If you don't know, then don't make that claim. Or say, I thought I needed to. Well, okay, if you don't know, I'll explain it to you. You don't need cholesterol. Your body produces all the cholesterol it needs. Pia says, Chip ruined that man's day with the truth. I didn't want to. I think he ruined his own day by becoming defensive about it. He knows he's in the wrong. Otherwise, why would he become defensive, isn't it? Want to try a social experiment? A tiger is attacking my village. Can I eat it? I think you can defend yourself. If a human is attacking your village, can you eat them? Yeah. You probably need to defend your village. And if afterwards you want to, desecrate their body and put their flesh through your mouth hole, you do you, I guess. Hey, Axel, nice to see you here. Let's see if we have some good conversations. Stop cutting down trees. Yeah, exactly. We cut the most trees to feed the animals, to grow food to feed the animals, and to make farms for the animals. So if we want to cut down as few trees as possible, you would need to adopt a plant-based diet, brother. Just be glad the people aren't as bad as the people in Tash's channel. Yeah, it's so much better than that, isn't it, Axel? You are 100% right. It is so much better than that. Yeah. I don't want to hear it. Please don't tell me the truth. His response in the gist. Yeah. I mean, he said it's his English, but he understood what I said, so it wasn't his English necessarily. I think he was just hiding behind that excuse more than anything. And he was wearing the rainbow flag and everything, so as a person who, I guess, supports the LGBTQ community to behave in such a way where they think oppression is okay, it's just kind of mind-blowing to me. But sometimes people are like that even when they themselves have been oppressed, they're okay with oppressing others because, I don't know, maybe they just never got enough time to understand why oppression is bad, or why exploitation is bad, or why abuse is bad, or why slavery is bad. Yeah. He has given up on this conversation. Yeah. Remember to hit that like, everyone. Let's get more likes. Let's get more likes. The more likes we get, the more people maybe we can get in here. I'm not sure how it works. We get more likes, we get more people, we get more conversations, we get more vegans. I hope so. I don't know. Just saying. Likes, share, comment. How's everybody's day doing, by the way? Because I'm having a pretty good day. I'm a bit tired. I won't say no. I stayed up late last night, and I suffered for this in the morning. When I woke up, it was like, God damn it! Who wants to wake up at 7:30 a.m. every single day? Well, lately I've been waking up at 6:30, so today 6:45, but still early. Vernon says, don't listen to this loser. Yeah, don't listen to people saying that you need cholesterol. You're right. I just hopped on. What was the last conversation about? Abusing animals. And the person was, at first he said he's against it, and then he said he's okay with it. As long as he benefits from it, he's okay with abusing animals. You guys want to try to have a conversation with me? Plant power. I got a full night's rest, says Axel. Hell yeah, Axel. Love it. Love it. Ever since I gave up weed, I feel like
We have to get the information, okay?
I feel like I don't get as many restful nights. Weed would help with that, but I'm almost always at 100% mental capacity or something, or even when I'm tired, and obviously I'm not 100%. I still am better than I was when I was smoking weed. So, and I don't mean while I was high, but like in the times when I was smoking weed, and even when I wasn't high. Algorithm trolls, please smash that like. Hey Breda, hey Martin. I got my field roast and my mom was like, maybe I can try a little bit. I was thinking, who are you and where's my mom? Field roast? What's a field roast? I don't know what that is. Hey, you want to have a conversation? That's the pitfall of having a shitty weather. Huh? Not a lot of people stop by. And let me see if there's more people on somewhere else. No, there's just not a lot of people today. Sure you drink milk? I haven't been drinking milk for fucking years, man. Who drinks milk? You're not a baby. What the hell? Why are you vegan? Why am I vegan? Because I respect animals and because I'm against slavery, so it's pretty simple. That's why I'm vegan, because I'm against slavery. I had more energy after being vegan. Same. I also had more energy. I'm hitting everything in the gym. You want to have a conversation with me?
I gotta go.
Field roast makes a lot of tasty. Oh, that's a brand, but they do unfortunately collab with Just, who has done animal testing in the last few years. Oh damn. Oh, that sucks. What are you doing out there? I'm sitting with a sign trying to have conversations with people, but it's kind of rainy and people are not a lot of people are coming and not a lot of people are willing to stop by because it's rainy and mopey. People are very dependent on the weather. Hit that like button? Yeah, sure. Pixie, nice to have you here. Can I have a conversation with me? Guess not. Also, I'm very warm. It's not that cold outside. And my libido is higher than before. I don't know. My libido has always been the same every time. I have pretty high testosterone, and usually high testosterone doesn't correlate necessarily with high libido. Bring umbrella the next rainy day. It's not an umbrella type of weather. It's not. You see, like there's no rain, and it's not gonna rain. It's just wet weather. You see, that's why everything just looks wet, because it's just like there's a high humidity in the air. Yeah, somebody said 5'11", 84 kilogram. That's not high testosterone, pal. So wait, my height and my weight will tell you what my cholesterol level is? Wow, you're gonna make a fortune, brother. You're gonna make a fortune. All you gotta do is, tell people based on their height and weight what their cholesterol, what their testosterone level is. But also by your own admission, that would imply that since I'm not gonna be, getting taller because I'm 38, and since probably my weight is gonna fluctuate also slightly, and it's gonna stay kind of at the same place, that also means that I will never have fluctuations in my testosterone level. It will always just be kind of the same. It's just so funny. It's just so funny to me that like the nonsense is just so funny. It's just the implications of saying that somebody has low testosterone because of their height and their weight. It's funny.
Walking about like,
And there's more groups than usual. Hi, you wanna have a conversation with me?
Do you happen to know where the post office is?
The post office. What do you want to do? Do you want
The post office?
do you want to send something? Like,
Yes.
yeah. Do you have ticket
Stamp?
stamps?
No, I'm gonna get it at the post office.
Oh, okay. There's no specific post office. Like maybe there's one or two in Okola and Amsterdam.
Oh, really?
But there's stores that sell stamps. Like if you see the stores, I forgot their name, but if you see stores that have postcards, they're also gonna have stamps.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Like the museum shop?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure the museum shops will
And
have
then you
stamps.
have to just drop it?
Yeah, you just put the
But
stamp
it's
on.
international. I have to go to the post office.
No. If you mention that you're going to be sending internationally, they're going to give you an international stamp, and then you just put it on and put it in any of those boxes that you
Really?
see. Yeah.
Where is the post office?
I don't know because I don't send stuff usually, but even if like the post office is a place where
Not
there's
like one big one?
yeah something like that, maybe one or two.
What are you doing?
I'm asking people some questions, getting them to think. You want to try it?
I'm not sure.
I am live on YouTube, so my first question would have been if you're okay being live on YouTube. If not, you can be off camera and still have a conversation.
What is it about?
Animals.
Okay, I'll do it.
You want to try it? Do you want to be on camera?
Sure.
Okay. You want to come here, start your view?
I'm here.
You don't have to be scared. I don't know. What's your name?
Lisa.
Isa?
Lisa with an L.
Lisa. I'm Chip. Nice to meet you. Where are you from, Lisa?
From Russia.
From Russia. Oh, nice. Do you live here or do you?
No, I live in the U.S.
You live in the U.S.? Where in the U.S.?
and Oregon.
Oregon. Oh, that's a really cool place to live in. Huh? Yeah, my sister lives in North Carolina. I always ask, maybe there's just that mix, and I'm
Maybe
like,
I know that
look at
one
that.
person that you know in all of the U.S.
Yeah,
Got it.
Yeah, that one person I know. I also know somebody from California, but that's a different story. So, yeah, I want to speak about animals because I'm an animal rights advocate. How do you feel about animal rights?
I think they should have rights.
You think they should have rights, right? Do you think animals should have the right to not be treated like an object?
100%.
100%. And do you think that when we farm them for the products that we don't need, like for food, for clothing, for entertainment purposes also, do you think we're essentially treating them like objects?
Why do you say we farm them for products we don't need?
Well, we don't need to consume animal products, we don't need to wear their skin, and we don't need to entertain ourselves by farming them or using animals for entertainment. We can entertain ourselves in other ways.
I think it's pretty complicated. I don't know if I agree that we don't need animals.
What would convince you that we don't need to consume animal products? I'm assuming you mean like a diet, like a dietary perspective, because
No, even for like other things, like I think there's a way to do it that isn't kind of industry. I do have an issue with the way industry does it, but I don't necessarily disagree that like
But do you think we need to do it, right? Because this is where we were talking. Do you think we need to wear? Do you think you need to wear leather?
I don't think we need to, but
No.
I don't think it's necessarily a bad thing. Like if the animal is, you know, raised in a specific kind of way and it dies in a good
No animal dies; they all get killed.
well, sometimes they die.
They get killed.
I'm just saying in the situation that it is humane, then I think it's fine to wear animal products like the way that it's done in like symbiosis with nature.
Would you wear a human skin who died?
If they wanted me to, I
If
think
only if they
so.
wanted to. But if they never mentioned it, would you think it's moral to to grab their skin and wear it?
It depends on my relationship with the person.
It depends on your relationship.
Yes, the
So if
same
they're
with
a stranger,
animals.
they mean nothing to you. You'd be okay. Like you find a dead
No,
person in the
I
woods.
think that's a slippery slope kind of thing. You're saying it's my relationship to them. I think my relationship is, you know, for me and the other person to say.
Okay, but either way, like we don't need to wear their skin, right? Like you have so many other materials. There's no need per se. Like you want to, but you don't need to, right? You think you need to wear leather?
I think that sometimes it feels good to if it's the right object.
But if it feels good for
Like
me,
not to buy it new, for example, but let's say if I bought something secondhand or if it was passed down and it felt like a good object and the animal was not tortured beforehand, I think that need is a strong word. Obviously, I don't need to, but I might want to.
okay. But what do you mean by if the animal wasn't tortured? What does torture mean to you?
Meaning like a big farm, big industry where animals are kept in cages, where they're fed things they don't want to eat.
Why is
where-
that bad?
Well, it's not humane and it's not natural cycle for the
None
the
of
way.
it. No form of farming is natural. Farming is inherently artificial. It's not natural. Like right, there's no form of farming happening in nature. What we do, farming,
I
is
don't know
is
about that. There is actually with insects.
do insects farm?
Yes.
Which insects farm other insects?
I don't know exactly, but you can look up at etymology. There's certain insects, and there's even certain bacteria
Interesting.
that might corral certain other insects.
But bacteria is not sentient beings, right? Like we're talking about sentient
but
beings
see,
that
but
we're talking about.
why do we think bacteria is not sentient?
Because they don't have any capacity for sentience. They don't have a brain or a central nervous system. Bacteria is just a cell.
Do you need to have a brain in order to have a capacity to
Sentience.
for sentience?
Yeah.
I disagree.
Well, that's the current scientific consensus. You disagree with science?
Current scientific consensus is not everything that is going on in the universe. Would you disagree?
So science is a way to describe the universe.
Yes, but
And the
it's
current
limited.
way of describing it's only limited because the things that we don't know, we don't make assumptions about things that we don't know.
But we do. Certain cultures make their own assumptions. This like kind of
Like the god of gaps, you mean?
like in Indian cultures, for example, science as it is viewed in the Western world isn't exactly as predominant, and in their huge, very very old cultures, they perceive things in slightly different ways. Are they wrong? Is science wrong? It just depends on your perspective. I think a personal
So
perspective.
truth is not depending on somebody's perspective, right?
But we do have separate.
There is air
perspectives.
in here. It's not whether your perspective is that there is air or my perspective. This is a fact. There is air here. This is the truth.
Yes,
Doesn't
but
matter what your perspective
your
is or my
definition
perspective
of
is.
this truth is based on your reality and the way that you
No.
see it.
It describes reality. Do you
It
think
describes
that?
your reality, yes.
So if I say there is air, is there any? Right here on my hand, sitting right now, there is air on my hand right now. Is there a form of reality that rejects the idea that there's air on my hand right now?
I'm not sure. We would have to ask literally everyone that perceives the universe. But I could say that your description of this air is based on your understanding. I could say in this air there's fairies, and in this air there's sentience, and it would be based on my understanding. I'm not taking anything away from your perspective.
So
I'm
you
just
essentially
saying
believe in what everybody says is true, it's true. Is that your worldview? Because
for them, perhaps.
for them. So you don't believe that there is such a thing as universal truth.
I think that we might have access to universal truth.
Is the earth round?
We might have. Can I answer your question before you ask the next one? You're like boom, boom, boom.
Yeah.
There's actually a good question, so I'd love to answer it. As far as universal truth, I don't think that we actually, in this way that we're thinking with our limited minds, even have full access to that. And I do think that sometimes people's beliefs mean that it exists in their realm.
Is the
way
earth round?
I believe so.
You believe so? But there's a lot of people who believe that it's flat. So what's the truth?
Well,
There's only
I
one
think-
shape that
I
the
think
Earth
I can
is in.
answer for myself.
But there's only one shape. The reality is that the Earth is in only one shape. So if you're saying, well, your truth, my truth, your truth, my truth, we can never advance anything in life and,
Oh,
or
I
in
think
the
we've
world.
advanced plenty.
But we've advanced it through the help of universal truth and through the help of developing hypotheses that are testable and that are observable, not in the way where we, oh well, you observe it this way, I observe it this way. Like reality doesn't exist towards like your the reality is one thing, and that's the way it is. The shape of the Earth is only one. You may say it is in several other ways, but
you
there's
believe
only
in other
one shape of the
dimensions?
Earth. Do I believe in other dimensions? There's no evidence for such a thing, so why would I believe in something like that?
I'm just asking. I'm
Do you
just
mean
wondering.
like the time dimension, the fourth dimension? Do you mean like other dimensions in what way?
Yes.
Like, or do you mean other realities where universes, other
So you're
things
going to
happen?
wait till science proves it in order for you to have an opinion about it, basically.
Am I going to wait until there's evidence for something in order for me to believe it? Yeah.
Well,
I
you're
only
gonna you
believe
wait till
things
somebody
that have
else gives you
for it.
evidence. You're not gonna try to meditate and try to figure it out yourself. You're just gonna
Do you
take
think that if
somebody
I
else's.
meditate, I'm going to get further other than a professional who has experience?
I believe so. Yes.
You believe so?
Yes.
So how can meditation help you gather what the shape of the Earth is?
I mean, I can't tell you that. You'd have to do it yourself. It literally is a personal adventure.
So how could, like, if meditation tells me that the Earth is in the shape of a triangle, does that mean that the Earth is in the shape of a triangle?
You would find out if you meditated. You could literally cannot take
How can
somebody
I
else's
find out?
through meditation.
But
you
the-
literally can't take anybody else's word for it. You would have to do
So
it
you
yourself.
have this pseudo spiritual view of the world. But let's come back to the animals because I don't really care about this. I understand you have this pseudo
You're the one that
spiritual
went
world.
into this tangent.
Yeah,
by
yeah,
the way.
sure. So I understand you don't believe science, but if, hypothetically
I'm
speaking,
sorry, I didn't say I didn't
sure,
believe
but
science.
hypothetically speaking, let's imagine that you can thrive on a plant-based diet, that you don't need to consume any animal products. Hypothetically speaking,
Okay.
do you think that what we do to animals is wrong and we should stop doing it then?
Oh yeah, 100%.
Okay. So then, would you go vegan and stop exploiting animals if you found out that you can thrive on a plant-based diet?
No, not necessarily.
Oh. So you would do the wrong thing then because
No.
you said that
I didn't
if
say it was
we-
the wrong thing. What you're saying is the wrong thing. I'm saying that the way industry does it is the wrong way.
No, wait. But
And
I
yes,
asked you two questions. The first question was, if
I
we-
do
if
believe we're doing
hypothetically-
something wrong. The
I
way
said-
industry does it. On a person-to-person basis, if somebody went hunting and got their meat like that,
Okay,
I don't
you're right, you're right,
disagree
right.
that
Okay.
that's, or if I wanted to, I mean, I don't want to, but if there was a situation where I wanted to like raise some animals and eat them, I have
Yeah.
a little bit of weird with that, but
perfect
yeah,
scenario. So there's a person right over there kicking a dog, right? And they're deciding to kick them for exercise. They think they need exercise, just like you say.
I
Their
think
reality
we're
says that they
probably
need
going
exercise.
to-
Is it okay for them to kick the dog?
Of course not.
Why not? Because they need exercise.
Okay.
Yeah. Why is it wrong?
Well, I think we don't need to even answer that. It's clearly not right.
I need to understand because it's pretty clear that we don't share the same world values. And you're saying that that is wrong. I'm also saying it's wrong. I know why it's wrong, but why do you think it's wrong?
Why do you say we don't share the same values?
Because I believe the Earth is round. I believe in
But I
observable
didn't-
and
but,
testable
did I say that it wasn't
hypotheses.
round?
I believe in observable and
So
testable
you're just
hypotheses.
literally,
I
you're
don't have
already,
a pseudo.
you're
I
already
don't have a pseudo
deciding that somebody
spiritual.
disagrees with you just to choose to stand in the corner. You're like, everyone disagrees with me. I didn't even say the world is not round.
You said
but
you said that through meditation I could find out that the Earth is a triangle. So no.
If you wanted to, but I never said that it is a triangle, did I? So you already
No,
decided
but
that the
we've already
I
had a
think
long
the opposite
conversation with
from
you. We've already had a pretty long conversation
I think
with you.
when you
believe that
review the
truth-
tape,
Yeah,
you will see that I didn't
Sure,
actually say
sure,
what you think I said.
Sure. So we've already had a long conversation where you said that truth is individual, it's not universal. So we've already disagreed on a biggest thing of any conversation. So I'm going to ask you yet again. A person is kicking a dog right over there, and they're doing it for exercise. Why is that wrong?
Well, because it's obviously wrong.
Why is it obviously
Because
wrong?
it's harming somebody.
Okay, if it's okay, but what if?
But are you suggesting that me saying that truth is based on your belief system and somehow that person be having a belief system that it's right to kick a dog? They don't have a belief system like that. They wouldn't. They
Why
don't.
not? Maybe they do.
No,
and
but
would it be
that's not what I'm talking about.
would it be okay if he says, "Relax, I'm gonna cut their throat and eat them afterwards"?
That's just like a crazy question. I don't even know why you
Would that be right or would that be wrong?
Oh, obviously it would be very weird, first of all.
But would that be right or would that be wrong?
if they wanted to kick the dog and then cut their throat, I don't think that's right. No.
Okay. And what if they don't kick the dog but just cut their throat?
What about it?
Is that right or is that wrong?
If a person just cuts somebody's throat?
Yeah, a dog's throat, yeah.
No, I don't know. I don't know why it would be anything but wrong. I'm not sure
Okay.
what the question even is.
So why is it right to do it to other animals then?
For sustenance.
But he does it also for sustenance.
Oh, he's gonna eat the dog?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead then.
Then it's okay.
I guess.
Okay,
I don't know.
okay. Then let's test any further. What if this person is cutting the throat of another human being to eat them? Is that right or is that wrong?
I mean, I think all
sustenance.
animals are the same. I don't differentiate between an insect or a human being. So
Oh, perfect. So you think
yeah.
what Jeffrey Dahmer did, who killed and ate humans,
I don't
you think what he did?
I think he did that
he
for like
should
a,
not have go-
a
he sh-
weird masochistic way. I don't think he did it for sustenance.
No, he did it for sustenance. So you think he should not have been gone to jail? She should
Wait.
not have gone to jail for killing and eating humans, correct?
No, I think he should have gone to jail.
Wait a minute. But you just said that killing, if this person is cutting the
Well,
throat
this
of a
is in a
human for sustenance, then it's okay.
hypothetically.
Yeah. So in a hypothetical scenario where a person exists, so if a person exists that wants to kill and eat humans, you're saying that it's the right thing to do if he does it for sustenance.
No, I
Jeffrey
don't think
Dahmer existed. He killed and ate humans for sustenance. Oh,
so. Did he really?
yeah, he did. So the question is now, okay, do you want to take it back that if a person kills another person is for sustenance, for food, is that okay or is that not okay?
I guess I'm not sure because I feel like a lot of people die, and if in a different kind of scenario, for example, if we wanted to like harvest their meat, if somebody wanted to eat me, if I was like if I died in a war or something like that, and people needed to eat me, I would probably be chill with that. Honestly.
Just to be clear, the scenario is to kill humans and eat them.
I
Not
mean,
they died,
Not they
we
died,
killed
but
them.
kill them to eat them. No, I don't think that's okay.
So that's wrong. But any other animals is right.
That's a tricky one. I'll have to think about that. I might have to think about whether.
Well, why is it tricky? Because it's pretty clear that in the shape when it comes to them being human, it's wrong. But when it comes to them being animals, you're not
I think
sure.
it's just like more like gross. Like I think eating humans is kind of a weird, gross thing. But with
I think eating animals is gross.
I
The
know.
whole
I
idea
realize
is
that. That's why you're
they are
doing this
sentient
thing,
beings who
and you're.
deserve to live.
Yeah, it does sometimes feel cannibalistic to eat an animal. Honestly, it feels like cannibalism. So yeah, I'd have
the
to.
same reason why
I'd have to
cannibalism is
consider
wrong.
it.
The same reason why cannibalism is wrong.
I'd
is
have
the
to
same reason
consider
why this is
whether
wrong.
I would eat a human in order to decide that.
And in a
Anyways, I
situation
gotta
where you
go.
don't need
So
to.
thanks for
In a
the
situation
chat.
where you don't need to. Wow. So there is no truth. The earth would be a triangle if you meditate. And if you're killing and eating humans, it's not wrong. Or wait, eventually she did say it's wrong. Wow. Wow. You guys want to have a conversation? Hey, no context. Thank you so much. Happy Thanksgiving. I don't celebrate it. I guess it's a thing that Americans do. I don't celebrate it. We are going to have a Friendsgiving dinner on Saturday. Yeah. Peg says, strange person she is. Yeah. World being a triangle. This thing of people, this is such a cop-out of people just saying my truth, your truth. And it's such a clear indication of privilege when you can say that it's their truth, it's my truth. It's nothing more but an indication of privilege, because it just means that you have never been on the receiving end of the oppression. It just means that you have always just thought of yourself in a position where you can oppress or not, but never thought in the position of you being oppressed or not. Because if you had, you wouldn't have said, well, it's their truth. You would have said, what the fuck are they doing? Yeah, vegan Felek. If you meditate, anything is true. It's true. That's what it is. You just gotta meditate and it becomes true. The world is vegan. It happened, guys. It happened. The world is vegan now. What do you mean? The world is vegan. Somebody says, nah, I'm eating meat as we talk. Yeah, but you're probably eating your own meat, right? Like you're okay with cutting your own leg, huh? Gonna have a conversation? Caleb is triggered. 198 watching and only 45 likes. Come on, Bean, smash that like button. I like you, Pixie. Thank you. And that is true. Smash it. Smash that like. Smash it. Smash my face. Come on, punch me right here. Smash it. Double tap my face. Come on. Or high five me if you like me. High five. You will grow soy boobs. Yeah, sure. It hasn't happened in, I don't know, 12, 15 years, but it will happen now, sure. So fun. I high-fived you. Hell yeah, Axel. High five. Loved it. You're cool, Axel. I don't even know what you're saying. Clearly, English isn't your first language. It's okay. I'll say it clearly. It is wrong to exploit sentient beings. You should not exploit sentient beings. You wanna have a conversation with me?
I do speak English.
Yeah, English.
English?
Yeah,
I
yeah.
don't speak English. French.
Oh, French. Ah, okay.
French.
You don't speak. That's okay. That's okay. Have a good one. Bonjour. That's my French over there. Bonjour. Are humans omnivores? Yeah. That means we can thrive on either plants or both. So, yeah. If you're claiming that we need to eat animal products because we're omnivores, then you're committing the genetic fallacy. The genetic fallacy is a logical fallacy that says that because of how something is made, therefore, ... You're also committing the is-ought fallacy in the same time, right? Because you're saying this is how it is, that must mean it's how it ought to be. It's not. Chip, you're so resilient, says Peg. Thank you, Peg, yeah. Baseless says, so we can consume meat. Yeah, Baseless, if you want to cut your own leg, I'm all okay with that. I don't mind. If you want to cut your hand, cut your leg, and you want to eat that, I don't mind. I don't care. If you convince somebody to kill them, like if you convince your mother, your father, or somebody like that after they die you want to eat their flesh, I don't have a problem with that, right? So if you get consent from the meat that you're getting, from the meat that individual belongs to, then I have no problem with it. Unless, yeah, you can also eat plant-based meat, lab-grown meat, but if you really want it to be from a sentient being, then you should get consent. And if you can't get consent from them, then no, you should not exploit and slaughter them. It's pretty simple. It's really not that difficult. The whole premise is kind of simple. Are you a sentient being? Yes. Do you experience life? Yes. Can I kill you? No. Then you stop. There you go. Why was that difficult? Can I use your body? No. Can I impregnate you? No. Can I take away your milk? No. Can I take away your eggs? No. Oh, okay. Can I use you? Okay, the fact that you cannot respond, I will assume you said no. Can I exploit you? If I get no response, I will just assume no. Can I kill you? If I get no response, I'll just assume no. It's as simple as that. Consent. Look at that. Consent is black and white, exactly. He's eating dicks for money, says Anakin. First of all, I'm not doing that. I would say somebody who consumes animal products most likely eats dicks for money, or pays not even for money, but pays money to eat dicks, which is it is what it is. But if somebody eats it like in a consensual manner, with like in a sexual manner, and you say that they eat dick for money, so what? Why would that be bad, huh? What do you do for work? I'm a software engineer. And this. An art the white fucking slaver. Well, no, that's exactly the opposite. I'm against slavery. That's why I'm vegan, because I'm against slavery. Or are you talking about the people in the chat? Because if you're talking about the people in the chat, yeah, there's a lot of people who are pro-slavery in the chat right now. That's why they're okay with enslaving animals, exploiting them, and killing them for their own benefit. Because they don't mind slavery that much. Yeah. You want to have a conversation?
No, thank you.
Somebody said, wait, I thought that was funny. He looks like he uses public transport by choice. I do use public transport by choice. I just never use public transport because I always just got on my bike and I bike wherever I need to. There's no need to go into public transport. But if I need to, yeah, I'm gonna use it. Oh God, the fireworks season is starting. What the fuck was that? Yeah, it's fireworks season, you know, the little crackers that people throw on the streets. Can I have a conversation?
Hi. What?
Animals.
Animals? Super cool.
Are you okay being live on YouTube?
Oh yes, but I don't have time right now because
You don't have time right now?
we have booked the
Okay,
Van Gogh
okay.
Museum.
Yeah, yeah,
Later,
okay.
I come.
Say it
I come
again?
Yes.
Okay, see you
Okay.
later.
Bye.
Cheers.
See you later. Bye.
Never gonna see them again. Fireworks in the rain. You know, like the crackers that they throw on the ground. I don't know how you call them in English. We call them petarde in Romanian. You wanna have a conversation? She seemed like a nice person. She seemed like she might have been open-minded. Happy Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving. You guys want to try a social experiment?
No, thank you.
If it's Thanksgiving, then let's talk about turkey. Let's talk about turkeys, huh? That's I think it's a pretty common dish that people consume for Thanksgiving, and it's pretty fucked up that. You guys want to have a conversation with me? The messed up part about it is that a lot of people don't even really like turkey. In fact, I liked what Erkling was saying last year, saying stuff like, you know, most people in this season they look online and they make recipes and all they do is try. You wanna have a conversation? Hey, you wanna have a conversation with me? No. And everybody just you know, they go like, oh, how to make the meat taste better, how to make the meat not dry, how to make the meat this way, how to make, like, essentially just saying, hey, it's difficult to make this taste good, it's difficult to make it nice, but we're gonna teach you. Like, you're gonna have to put in some damn effort to make it good. You're gonna have to put in a lot of effort to make it good, when at the same time you could just as well have a plant-based dish. So you're forcing an animal into a slaughterhouse. You're using them because they're born to be killed. They're born to be exploited. Then you're cutting their throat and eating their flesh. And you're not even doing it like for sustenance because you have other options. You're not doing it for enjoyment because you have to struggle to make it enjoyable. You're just doing it for tradition, which is the fucking stupidest thing ever. Like, it's beyond stupid for me. It's just one of those things that I can't believe it. Like, you know, if we look back at the stupid traditions we had sometimes in the past, and we wonder what the hell were we thinking, you know? Like, we're no longer there. What's going on? Why can't we just adapt these traditions to something? You know, because it's not about the exploitation and the slaughter of that animal. It's about sitting down with your family, saying what you're grateful for, having a dish together, enjoying yourselves. And hell, if it's about stuffing your face, you can also do that. But none of it requires the exploitation, abuse, and slaughter of a sentient beings. Yeah, leave turkeys alone. Stop dropping the truth bombs. Some people in chat are triggered as fuck. Who's triggered over there? Tell me who is triggered. Look at this guy. Veganism is stupid. Yeah. We should. Yeah, I'm with you. We should exploit animals. We should use animals. Animals are here for us. Let's fuck animals. Yeah. We gotta get milk from them. Yeah, I'm with you. We gotta rape animals so we can get milk from them. Yeah. Cheese tastes good, therefore it's justified to impregnate cows and take away their babies. Yeah. Let's forcefully impregnate cows. I like cheese. It's justified. The meat flakes are just thick as fuck, says John. Yeah, I'm expecting that, everybody. Don't let it get to you. Don't let it get to you, everyone. It's gonna happen today. Maybe one day I should try your potatoes plus oil plus rosemary dish. Ooh, flick. Oh, flick. Oh, forget about it, man. If you're gonna be like, you take the potatoes, first of all, you gotta boil them a little bit. You pre-boil them. Then, with the skin on, you put them in a pan to roast them, but you squash them with a cup or something, and then you add some rosemary, put it in the oven 20 minutes, like 180 degrees. Ooh, delicious. You guys want to try a social experiment? Tasty as fuck, man. Potatoes, rosemary, amazing. These potatoes sound fantastic. Yeah, you can try them. Hey, you want to have a conversation with me? She's been walking around here. I guess she's looking for something. I don't know what she's looking for, but it's getting colder now. Somebody said they eat dogs and dolphins. Do you eat humans also? I have a big rosemary plant. That's amazing. That's the best way to do it. Don't pay for rosemary, just plant it. It's a plant that it's so easy to grow and you get so much out of it. That's the best way to do it. I can't hide it. Tomorrow I'm going to Salt Lake City to do outreach during Black Friday. I can't keep secrets. Axel, that is fucking amazing, Axel. Hell yeah, man. Axel Bertel Dahlstrom. Everybody follow Axel. He's gonna do outreach like I do now, but he's just sexier than me because he's got the long hair, the amazing mustache, and he rocks, man. He just puts on a guitar and goes doo-doo-doo. Like you have no idea. Like this guy is just like I've seen him riff with with David Gilmour. Yeah, like he's David Gilmour's son. Right, Axel? You're David Gilmour's son. I like David Gilmour a lot. I'm a big fan. Axel is a Giga Chad. Yeah, he is. What is his account? Axel, come on, drop your link to your account, man. People are waiting here. They want to see you. The glorious Axel. Whip your cock out? Jesus Christ, man. Some of you guys are weird. You wanna have a conversation with me? Yeah, you see, this is why I tend to avoid going out when the weather is shitty, because people don't really stop. But you know what? That's okay, because we're here together. We're gonna have conversations with you and me. Let's see some questions over here in the chat, everybody. Give me some questions about animal exploitation. What about halal? Okay, well, You see, I understand the whole point of halal was to make everything. You want to have a conversation with me? So the whole point of halal was to make dishes feel like you're not doing anything wrong. But if you take it in the context that it was, halal was made with the purpose to not make animals suffer as less as possible, but in a context where you needed to consume animal products. That's not the same world we live in. We don't need to consume animal products today. So, and on top of that, we actually have studies now showing that halal slaughter is actually worse than the other types of slaughter. But when halal was created, that was the best method to slaughter if there was a need for it. Nowadays, there is no need, and we have better methods. But I'm not advocating for better methods because this isn't let's kill them nicely. I'm not here to tell you, yeah, let's kill some of these people, but in a nice way. No, I'm telling you, hey, we don't need to kill them. We don't need to exploit them. We don't need to treat them like objects. Therefore, no matter how we choose to do it, in any sort of way, whether nice or not nice, it's all wrong. Choose peace and truth. And don't be Islamophobic. Tungsten. Don't be Islamophobic. We're not here about we're not here to be Islamophobic. Islam is the same as any other religion. Don't be a dick about it. If you're one of the religions, don't be shitting on other religions. They're all the same. Nonsense that somebody taught you that you can't prove. I'm a vocalist, singer, actually. I was experimenting with bass, says Axel. Hell yeah, Axel. All the same. Yeah, they're all the same. They're all nonsense based on a sacred book. There's no truth. Somebody said, have a loser, that I have a loser. I have a loser, yeah. Do I have a loser? No, I don't have any losers. I only have winners. Don't be Islamophobic, just be anti-theist. Yeah, exactly, Felek. Don't be Islamophobic, be anti-theist. You can hate all religions together. All of them suck equally. All of them are just as bigoted towards or antagonistic towards certain groups of individuals, especially animals. Especially animals. You have no moral foundation. Excuse me? My moral foundation is logic and critical thinking. Your moral foundation, I'm assuming, because people, I don't know, Jeb Common, so that I don't jump to assumptions. What is your moral foundation, Jeb Common? What is it? Where does your moral foundation come from? If not logic and critical thinking like mine. We are not animals. No, of course not. We are mammals. Yes, check. Do we have the same organs that all animals have? Yes, we do. Check. Do we have a brain? Yes, we do, just like all animals does. Okay, check. Do we have babies? Yes, check. Do we need to reproduce to have babies? Yes, check. Sounds like we are animals. We're just a different type of animal. Yeah, we're just a different type of animal. Oh, fancy that. How many have hands? Oh, there's a lot of animals that have hands, lol. Can I have a conversation with me? This is what resilience is like, everyone. We're not giving up. Hindus don't eat animals, right? No, Hindus eat animals, of course they do. They're hypocrites. All people who claim that they love animals and eat them are hypocrites. All of them. Can I have a conversation with me?
Do you speak Spanish?
No, English only. Ah. Buenos días. Buenas tardes. Is that like okay. Which animal does square poop? Serious question. I don't think any animals poop square. I don't think they do. There's like the circle, like rabbits poop like and sheep I think poop like these little tiny droplets, huh? Chip equals resilience. Hell yeah, we're not giving up. The thing about it is, it's just so messed up that we live in a world where we have to differentiate between, like, essentially because it's how individuals look like. Let's face it, that's what it is. Even this person who said, well, they don't have hands, right? Like, let's face it, this is what it's about. If they walk on two legs, and they exhibit kind of the same type of behavior as we do, then we say it's wrong to do anything to them. They deserve the same things we do. But if all of a sudden they don't walk on two legs or they don't exhibit the same behavior, then we're like, oh, they're too different from us. Fuck them, let's exploit them and kill them. For a product we don't need, FYI. And it's kind of messed up if you think about it, because the reality is you can experience life almost identical regardless of how you walk, regardless of how you are. Hi, you want to have a conversation with me?
Sure.
Are you okay being live on YouTube?
Sure.
How old are you?
19.
19. Oh, okay, you're old enough.
What will it be about, or what is
Animals.
it about? Animals?
Yeah, you want to come here so that you want to be?
Okay.
What are your names?
Michelle.
Nice to meet you, Michelle. I'm Chip.
Lena.
Lena. Where are you from?
Poland.
Poland.
Yeah.
Love it, love it. What brings you to Amsterdam? Like visiting, or do you live here?
She's visiting me because I'm studying here.
Ah, okay. Visiting and studying. Love it, love it. So, as I said, it's about animals. I'm an animal rights advocate. I like to fight for the rights of animals. Do you think animals should have rights?
Yes.
You think they should have the right to not be treated like an object?
Yes.
Yeah.
They're
'cause
not objects.
They're not objects. But do you think that when we farm them for food, for clothing, that we're treating them like objects?
Depends on the farm. It very much depends on the farm, because there are like free ranging. For example, when you buy eggs, there are free ranging farms to sell eggs. So of course they're still kind of on the farm with the idea that we want eggs from them, but at least they can be treated freely and not just in boxes, cages, transported and so on. That's why smaller farmers or eco like farms, they're treated more like animals.
But
We
women
still use
produce
them.
eggs also, like human women, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So if we put a place where we give human women Netflix and a lot of space, would it be okay to take their eggs?
I'm not sure I understand. Why Netflix? I don't.
I'm just like
So you're kind
good
of saying.
conditions.
So you're just
type
kind of saying
situation.
like as a vegan perspective that we shouldn't take away, like use animals in any way.
Yeah. Yeah, because they deserve to live. They have an experience of life. They cannot give us informed consent, but neither can children and neither can a lot of humans, and yet we respect them. We don't assume consent from them.
Yes, but they only kind of what I want to say. I'm lacking the English word. Argument.
Argument?
Yeah, exactly. The only kind of like argument that stands behind this is that it's a chain. Like we're like every animal uses from a different animal, the same as like the eating chain. Like animals also eat other animals. They use each other. So
Why would that be a good argument against veganism?
no, I'm saying is that's like kind of natural in a way. I'm not saying if it's,
It's
good or
it's
bad.
natural, yeah.
Yeah, I'm not saying if it's good or bad. I also was a vegetarian. I've never been a vegan. So yeah. So for example, with the eggs, I think that's better than, for example, milk. Because not a lot of people know that to produce milk, the lady cow has to be pregnant. So that's not what a lot of people
What happens?
know.
Tell us more. I like that.
So for us to be able to take away the milk and for her to even have the milk, she has to be in a pregnant phase or just have birthed a baby cow.
Yeah.
So
What
initially we
happens
just
to the baby?
probably grown up to do the same thing or eaten as like
think the baby
baby
stays
cow
with-
food. I mean baby cow meat.
Yeah.
I don't know what that's
Yeah, it's
called.
called veal.
Yeah.
Do you think
Yeah.
the baby stays with the mother?
No,
No, they don't. Why do you think they do that?
because I know a farmer and he explained it to me that because they can't be like attached because then the separation issue and so on, and it's just easier to take them away, and so she doesn't like. I mean, if she had the baby, then she would want to be with it, of course.
Yeah,
so,
yes.
and we can't have that. We want to take milk from her, so she can't have that. So.
And what happens when the cow can no longer get pregnant or
She's probably eaten or like
yeah. And
No,
that, do you
not
know at
really
what
nice.
age that happens?
no.
Around the 6 or 7 year?
But I don't know also how
24.
old. Okay, that's how long. Okay.
Yeah. So like a quarter of their life, huh?
Yeah.
It's you said you're 18, you're 19,
Yeah.
3 more years and then bye-bye.
Yeah.
Essentially, if you were a cow. Yeah, you know that you're right about that. It is worse. I agree with you. It is worse. But you know, like if I were to committing an injustice towards somebody and I were to be beating them with a pipe, like with a lead pipe, it would be really bad. But if then I switch with like a tree twig, it's still bad, but it's less worse. But I'm still beating them, right? Or if I'm punching them instead of stabbing them, it's still bad, but it's not as bad as stabbing them, right? So there's degree to bad, but when something is bad, I think we should just not do it. Because do you think we need to consume any animal products?
Yes and no.
I think, like she said, it's like natural for.
Yeah. So of course humans just need food,
Yeah.
and the primary humans that's what they could like. For example, the first thing that humans created, it wasn't a spear to kill animals. It was probably a bag to collect seeds. There are like also studies about that because that's how we first lived, like taking seeds or like apples and things like that, or fishes depending on the area. So that's the first foods that human ate. So.
But the question is, so there's
So what I mean is, do we need it? Like, we have so many like dietitians and like tests that we can just eat, I guess, plants with enough protein and everything to get by, but that's not very easy or common, or like that's also not what every culture does. That's not what is available for everybody. That's not what is available in every country or place, depending on the region and so on.
Yeah.
So, like, that's what I'm saying. It kind of depends, and it's still natural in a way for us to eat still eggs. Like,
does it matter what's natural? Does something being natural make it good or bad? Does it mean anything? Because something being natural doesn't mean anything to me.
Well, it kind of does, because kind of instinct. It's like natural, like maternity instinct. That's natural, so that's like kind of matters, right?
Rape is also natural, huh?
No, not
Is
really.
it?
Oh, yeah, it is. Yeah, it happens in nature a lot.
But
A lot.
Okay, yeah,
And it
but
happens
not.
also
but
amongst
for
humans. Yeah.
human race.
Yeah, also for humans. That's why all rape has gone down so much in the last 100 years. But before that, rape was very prevalent in our
I think that's
society.
kind of a very
Marital
random
rape was-
argument of the rape thing. Like, that's kind of.
Marital rape was legal until 94. So it's not like, I'm just saying, like, rape has been happening for years, and it is within our nature. Like there's people who think that if they're horny, they just need to do it to somebody. Like, it's natural for them. It's, I get the feeling, I need to do it. They don't really think about the consent of others.
Well, not really, because it's in the way that you would be saying addiction is natural. Like, yes and
addictions
no.
are natural,
yeah,
yeah.
but exactly, yes and no. Like, it's not something that we should
But
do
why
or
do you think
condone,
people
or
rape?
like,
Why do you think people rape?
because they have no self-discipline. They're just wrong in their head, or they don't think it's bad.
Yeah, they don't
Literally, they don't care.
So
Or
they
they're
don't
psychopaths,
consider
sociopaths, and so on.
they don't consider the victim, right? And they feel like they need to have sex. That's what there is, right? They don't consider the victims, and they have a feeling that they need to where they need to have sex. So they don't. Isn't
They're
that
narcissistic?
Yeah, but isn't that kind of the same thing we do with other? Because at the end of the day, this person feels like they need to have sex, right? Whatever the reason for is, they could obviously have better ways to do it. I'm not. It's fucking wrong, but I'm just saying something being natural does not mean it's okay, because we as humans have thrived in artificial settings. We created a city where if we go by nature, we shouldn't have lights in it. If we go by nature, we shouldn't be walking on these bikes, going at hundreds of miles per hour in cars, flying, all this kind of stuff. Natural things are not necessarily good things or bad things. So this is called an appeal to nature fallacy, and it's a logical fallacy when we say that something being natural, we use it as a justification to continue doing something, or because it implies that something is good because it's natural. Yeah, and I can understand that when it comes to a diet, it can seem like, well, something being natural could be better. But take, for instance, the apple seeds, which is it's clearly natural, they have cyanide in them.
Yeah.
If we eat enough of them, you're gonna die.
Yeah, but we don't eat them.
Yeah, but they're natural. So you see what I mean? Something being natural doesn't necessarily make it good for you. So, but we have.
Yeah, like cocaine is in theory natural. Yeah.
I guess cocaine is also
Yeah.
natural. Yeah, but we have evidence that you can be healthy on a plant-based diet. We have evidence that
Yeah,
a
I
lot
don't
of times.
disagree with that. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's it.
yeah,
I said that before.
you can be healthy. Yeah, you did it. So we have evidence that you can be healthy on a plant-based diet. We also have evidence even that you even have better health outcomes. Like, because the number one killer worldwide is heart disease, and heart disease is usually correlated with high saturated fat or high cholesterol intake, and that usually you don't get with
Yeah, but there are
plant-based
also
products
tests, for
usually.
example, for carnivore diets. that
Yeah.
they are super good. I don't like. There's a lot of
that's the
information which I
that's the
don't.
unhealthiest diet in the world. That's why that's the unhealthiest diet in the world.
Well, some people disagree, and they are like,
Doesn't matter. We have evidence for it. I don't really care if they agree to or disagree. I
But
just
I've-
listen to the science.
okay, but didn't people also provide some science behind that it is good?
No.
Okay, well I
No.
thought that there are both studies that some
No,
people
there's-
that
so-
like prove with science that it's good, and some people that prove with science that it's not good.
So-
that's why I haven't had opinion because I read both, and I'm not a scientist, so I can't say this one is true because I don't know enough. But
So we have a pyramid of evidence when it comes to science, and the top of the evidence is meta-analysis that have been peer-reviewed, and what they came up with is somewhere at the bottom of the pyramid of evidence, and we have several evidence on top of that to rebuke it. So it doesn't really matter what they
yeah,
came
but
up
there
with.
is also evidence that people that are vegetarian and vegan statistically have depression. But there
No,
a
that is
bigger
not true.
percentage-
Also,
No,
we
there
actually
are-
has been debunked. Also, that study has been. There was only one study saying that, and there have been several meta-analysis to debunk it. So the thing about it is that when you consume a plant-based diet, you're risking eating less because high fiber diets, which is fiber, is actually one of those things that most people nowadays don't consume enough of, and high fiber makes you feel full faster. So most people end up losing weight on a plant-based diet because they feel like they've eaten enough and they go only by how they feel. They don't look at it logically. So you need to adapt to it. You need to adapt to eating a lot more fiber. So if you do that and you eat properly, it doesn't matter. You can be healthy on a plant-based diet. But my whole thing is about speaking about the animals, because if we can be healthy on a plant-based diet, if we don't need to do any of this to them, then us choosing to force them into a slaughterhouse, choosing to bring them into existence only to use their body, and then when their body can no longer be used, we kill them, only to use some of them, because when it comes to chicken laying eggs, only the female lays eggs, the males don't. So the males, we kill them on their first day of life. And when the chickens no longer lay enough eggs, we also kill them. Like, I don't think it's fair. Like, if I was to be put in that position where I would be the victim, I would be like, no, please stop.
I feel like we are jumping through things, and I don't.
What do you mean?
I don't like. I feel like I'm losing the point or the plot of.
There's no
like,
need for it. So my
okay.
point was there's no need
Okay.
for it. And
Okay.
it's cruel what we do to them. Because if you were in their position, you would see it as cruel, correct?
Yeah. Okay. And I also don't think there is the need, but if we still do it, we can. There are ways to do it. Okay or good.
If you were in the position of the victim, would you still see it as okay and good or good?
Well, for example, I don't know if this will sound stupid. If I were a chicken,
Yeah.
a lady chicken.
No. If you were in the position of a chicken, not if you were that species, because you can't imagine how a chicken lives. I can't imagine
Okay.
how you live. I can't say how is it like to be you, right?
Okay, well,
But I can imagine how is it like to be in your
if I were in
position.
the position of a chicken on a good farm and people that care about me, but they still want me to lay eggs, and I'm still treated okay. I just lay the eggs.
And they kill you when you can no
No,
longer
they-
lay
they
eggs.
don't
And
kill
they killed
me.
all your brothers.
But I'm saying that
Not
they
all
don't.
of them kill.
I'm
all
saying
of
that
them
if
get
you-
killed.
No.
All of
Well,
them get
I-
killed when
no,
they can no
not all
longer
No,
lay
it's
eggs.
farmers
not all
do that.
farmers.
All farmers do
No.
that.
You don't
I've
know all
actu-
farmers.
I don't
haven't
know
met all
farmers.
farmers.
So if you're gonna find one situation out of 1,000 that don't do that, those farmers don't do it for money. It means.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, sure. So if you're gonna let me put it this way: if you're gonna be finding a place where they take care of a dog, and that dog poops food, and you wanna, instead of throwing away that poop, you wanna eat it, I have no problem with that. The problem is when you bring into
Yeah, but
existence.
that's what I'm saying.
Would,
That's like-
would you like it if your mother said right now that your whole purpose in life is not that you want to see the world, not that you do what you want to do, but rather that you have to be in this place that I created, and your whole purpose is to do what I say, to eat what I say, and when you can no longer do that, you're gone.
Of course, no. But I'm talking about. That's what that's kind of what I tried to tell you, that I don't think there is a need. Again, I'm like restating my statement. There is not a need for all of us
Yeah.
to eat meat and eggs, but there are some farms that do it correct, and the chicken.
Not
they
for
don't.
meat. For meat, we can agree that there's no way to do it correctly, correct?
No,
Because they get killed.
But if you don't kill them, you just have your own, like, I don't know, like 8 chickens, like
Would
a
you
family.
like to be killed?
But that's what I'm saying.
Would you
they're
find
not-
it correct if you were in the position of the victim and somebody would want to kill you for your body?
No, and I don't agree we should kill a chicken. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
So
That's
there
my
is no
statement.
way. So there's no right way to kill an animal, correct? There's no right. You're saying that there is a better way. Is there any good way to kill an animal?
No, I'm saying there's a better way for us to make chicken lay eggs and use the eggs without killing them or using them.
Okay.
That's what
Okay.
I'm saying.
So let's imagine that there is a situation, as I said, where the farmer takes care of the chicken. The farmer does not do it in order to profit from them. The farmer only says, I'm going to take care of a chicken, and the eggs that they lay, instead of throwing them away, I'm just going to take them and eat them, or maybe, give one or two of them to you. Let's just imagine hypothetically that happens, okay? I wouldn't be here sitting and telling people, hey, don't do that. The problem is that the reality is far from that. The problem is that when you go into a supermarket, when you go into a small store, wherever you go, and you're going to be checking out the eggs where it says 0, 1, 2, 3, because you have that at the beginning that
Yeah.
says whether it's biological or not. All of those chickens live in a situation where, first of all, yes, all the males were killed. All the male chicks were killed because they're a different breed. They're not good enough for meat. So they also don't produce eggs. So they were killed. And the chickens, when they can no longer lay 7 eggs per week, if they lay 5 eggs per week, they get killed also. I've been on a biological farm and I've seen it with my own head, with my
Okay.
own eyes. So if you're buying eggs, that's what you're going to be buying. If you're
Yeah.
going to be having some chickens in your backyard that you're going to be taking care of, I still think it's fucked up to see chickens as objects and say, I just see you as something to take advantage of, but I wouldn't condemn you for it, right? Like if you take care of those chickens and yet again you feed them and you don't see them as objects that you can just take from.
But do you think if somebody owns a dog, they're viewing them as an object, even though they're just taking care of the dog and just owning a dog?
If you own a dog and you see them like an object, that is
Just-
wrong, yeah.
Okay, but like you're kind of making that assumption.
No, I'm just saying if
Okay,
you said the
okay.
animal object, you also said treating like animals like objects is wrong. You said that at the beginning, right?
Yeah.
So it doesn't matter if the animal is treated like an object for food or for companionship.
Okay,
If you
okay.
see them as an object, it's wrong.
Yeah, okay,
None of
yeah.
us want to be seen like an
Yeah.
object.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what do you think you can do about it? Because, like, I understand you want to believe in this farm that exists, but it seems to me far easier to just go vegan instead of trying to search for these farms, which you also have no guarantee that they do this ethically. Because yet again, there's some gray areas there.
Yeah. I don't know what the solution is because there are also some problems with vegan food. Some of them are very processed. Some are amazing. I like some vegan food. Like
Yeah.
I said, like I was vegetarian, but in a way, like the meat patties that I ate, for example, were vegan, not vegetarian, because no eggs were used. So
Yeah.
but there are also some cons to veganism. So that's also not a perfect solution because veganism is still not popular enough or well done
But you
enough.
live here.
or-
There's a lot of options here.
yeah,
There's a lot of options also in Poland. I know for a fact.
yeah,
Yeah.
but it can be more expensive.
It's actually cheaper. We have studies, and here, even if you consume plant-based meat or plant-based options that resemble the animal product, it's cheaper.
Well, now if someone doesn't know how to cook it.
I can give you resources for that.
No, I
understand.
know, but I'm just saying it's not. I'm just saying it's still not perfect. I'm not saying it's bad or there are not resources. I'm just saying that it's just not perfect. Yes, that's what I'm just
None
saying.
of it is perfect, and
Yeah.
I'm not asking you to change the world. Just to be clear, I'm not asking you to change the world. I know you. None of us can do that, right? We're only in charge of what we do, of our responsibilities. And what I'm asking is, when you're faced with this choice, and you are faced with a choice every single day, choose to not oppress an innocent animal. Because if you were in their shoes, you wouldn't want somebody to choose to oppress you, because they're powerless. They're literally are. They are very much powerless. They're under our power. You have the power to decide whether they get oppressed or not every time you eat, every time you buy clothes, every time you do this. For you, it's just like snapping your finger because it's just choosing this over that.
Yeah.
It's easy choice for you. For them, when you choose an animal product, for them, they get put into a slaughterhouse, they get exploited, they get treated like an object. So all I'm asking is you to do the bare minimum and not put them in this position. I'm not asking you to stand up like here, like I'm doing. That would be great also. I'm not asking you to speak to change the world. I'm just asking your own thing, your own choices.
So you're kind of asking me right now to be a vegan.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Okay, that's the
Yeah.
point of the conversation.
Yeah, that's the
then.
point of the conversation.
Okay.
Yeah, because I'm a feminist, you're a feminist, and if you weren't a feminist, I would ask you to be a feminist. If
Okay.
you're not a vegan, I'm asking you to be a vegan. And all of
Okay.
these is because all of these are positions about respecting the victims. It's not about ourselves, it's about respecting the victims.
Okay.
Yeah, how do you feel about this?
Mm,
Let me ask you this then. So that how many more animals should be exploited for you from now on? 0 or more than 0?
I didn't clearly
Sure.
hear.
How many more animals should be exploited for you from now on? Should it be 0 or more than 0?
Well, of course, I would like the least, like, ideally, I wouldn't like any animal in the world to be hurt. The same goes to people, anything.
You
Make
have
the
that
world
choice.
great again.
You can make that choice. You can make that choice. I'm just saying. You can choose to be vegan from now on. You can choose to say no right now, and no more animals are exploited for you. I don't care what happened in the past. I was there. I really don't care. I'm not here to judge. I'm just about what's going to happen going forward. Okay? Because I'm trying to be their voice. That's all it is. I'm gonna give you a card. There's a documentary here called Dominion, which shows literally what all animals go through. Maybe give that a watch. And you also have all the help required here. There's a thing called Challenge 22. They hook you up with a dietitian. They help you. They send you recipes every day. They help you go vegan for free. It's all about the animals and respecting their rights. Okay?
Okay.
Do you think you can do that?
I can consider doing that after
You
this
can consider
conversation.
doing
Yes.
that. Okay. Okay. Would you accept that as an answer from somebody who's oppressing you? I'll consider not oppressing her.
No, what I'm saying is that it doesn't take just a conversation to switch somebody's lifestyle or mindset. So what I'm saying is, I heard you, and I will think about it.
Let's do this.
And
There's a video there. There's the documentary called Dominion. Do you think you can give that a watch?
yes,
And
that's
until
what I
you-
said.
Okay.
Yeah.
Promise me you'll watch that, and until you watch it, just say I won't consume any animal products until you watch it. That's it.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you so much. Then it's
Thank
it's
you.
good enough. It's about the animals. It's not about
Okay.
me or you. Okay.
Yeah.
You have also my YouTube channel.
Thank you.
Have a good one. Cheers. As I said, everyone, I'm gonna be no nonsense. I'm here to speak up for them today. I'm not taking any shit. Yeah. Chip, what's your age? 38. I'll be 38 in a week. Exactly 1 week from now, I'll be 38. Excellent. I don't think it was an excellent conversation. I think she was okay. She kind of understood it. She did not get defensive. It's very rare that people don't get defensive. I think she kind of understood the point. And you wanna have a conversation with me? Birthday boy. Next week, Chase. Next week. I'm not defensive. I'm just hungry. Well, you can go ahead and eat a plant-based dish if you want. As I told her, I'm gonna tell you also. For you, in the position of the oppressor, it's fairly easy. You just get to make a different choice. But if you were in the position of the victim, you wouldn't want somebody to say, "Hell, oppress me." No, I understand you want to eat something, therefore it's justified for you to cut my throat anyway. Polish people are very connected to people who work on farm. That's why they talk about not the farms that I know. Yeah. Wolf Chronicle says, I'm having raw liver. You know, if you're going to be eating flesh, man, and you're eating raw flesh, it's good because you're just going to die faster. That's okay. So that's good. If you're stupid enough to eat raw flesh, and you deserve your fate. I'm sorry, I don't mean to be a dick, but if you really are that stupid to eat raw flesh, wow. I mean, to me personally, like, it's just a whole nother level of stupidity. Missing fifth grade biology type of situation. Yeah, based on what says, and he asked based on what? Yeah, E. coli, all these other campylobacteria. There's so many of these things that can get you really, really sick. But no, you ignore all the science. You ignore all that nutritional science, and you know what you do? You cut the throat of sentient beings because you be a violent person. You oppress all the fucking defenseless creatures that you can, and after you do that, be stupid about it and eat their flesh raw. Because you're a lion. That's the stupidest shit I've ever heard. Wow. Yeah, Jake says Liver King. Hey, Melon Steve, live vegan, not violent. Yeah, that's the way to do it. Live vegan. That's the best way to do it. You guys want to have a conversation with me? Hey, you want to have a conversation with me?
I'm English.
You're English? That's okay. I think it's in English.
What are you doing then?
Just asking about animals. People about animals.
Helen, we've got a dog.
You've got a dog? How do you feel about that dog?
Part of our family.
They're part of your family.
Yeah.
Because they're an individual, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you think all animals are like that? Do you think all animals are individuals?
I think so.
Yeah. Do you think even the ones that we farm, the ones that we exploit, the ones that we kill for food?
I don't think we should.
You don't think we should?
No.
Are you vegan?
Yes.
You are?
Yeah.
Fuck yeah, man. I love it. How old are you?
71.
71 and vegan. I love you. You're a cool guy. 71 and... Say that again?
Take care.
You too. You too. You see? This guy got it instantly. Got it instantly. He got it. I'm not sure if it was true, but it's love to see a person who gets it. Either way, he got it. Chip, you look 71 too. I think if you saw him, you wouldn't say that I look 71. But thank you for telling me that. So I look wise. That's what you're telling me. Because when you tell somebody that they look older, you're telling them that they look wise. I do look wise. You're right. I do look very, very, very wise. Chip, you look 40-ish. Thank you. So I look wise. Again, thank you. Because I look older than I actually am. Thank you. I look wiser than I actually am. That's cool. Science is proving plants are individual also. Okay. I'm willing to listen. Show me the evidence. If you say science is proving ... without evidence, it doesn't mean anything. You gotta prove. You gotta provide the evidence, brother. Do you think if you shave your facial hair, you could de-age by 10 years? I think the mustache that makes me look older, yeah, because it's a little bit white, isn't it? It's a lot white. Like look on this side, it's so white. It's not as white on this side. I think I'm probably gonna shave soon. And not just my hair, I'm also gonna shave all of my hair. I'm gonna shave all of it. I'm just gonna be hairless. Gonna be hairless. No hair on my body, no hair, okay? It will be no hair December. Mustache November, Movember, no hair December. Trees feel everything. Yeah. Oh my god, dude. Dude, the level of trees feel everything is just so stupid. Fungi are not sentient. Well, they're not. No hair December, yeah. Leave white hair for Christmas. Okay. Not the eyebrows. No, not the eyebrows. No, of course not. They have a good reason to exist, right? They prevent pathogens from going to your eyes. Watch Conspiracy, good one. David is here. Hey, 40. Hey, David, nice to see you here. A lot of people in the chat live on Triangle Earth. Swamp Slug, very good one. Oh, that's so funny. We have a lot of cool people in the chat here. I like our community. I like our community. A lot of cool people. Alive things fill the... Hey, you want to have a conversation with me? Alive things fill the world. No, bacteria does not fill the world. Well, it depends on what you mean by feel, but we're not talking about them experiencing life. They're not experiencing life. They don't have a subjective experience of life. They're not a subject. Favorite Christmas festive foods? Asks Vegan Felek. So Felek, what am I gonna have for Christmas? I'm probably gonna be making sopa panache. My mother used to make them on Christmas morning, but of course the vegan version I'm gonna make them with some tofu, some bread, fry them, a little bit sweet, and then on top of it you put some like yogurt, obviously soy yogurt, that with no flavor, the flavorless one, and on top of it some sour cherry jam, not sour, bitter cherry jam. Ooh, forget about it. I'm losing my mind already. Man, that's the taste of childhood right there for me. That. What else am I gonna make for Christmas? Well, we didn't ever have like a specific dish that is Christmassy for us. At least nothing specifically traditional. So I love jam. Well, there is this jam that apparently you can only find in Romania. It's not from sour cherries, but from bitter cherries, and it's called bitter cherry jam, and it's just so interesting, such an interesting taste because it's sweet and a little bit bitter. And I never thought that sweet and bitter can go so well together. It's extremely dark. Oh, it's just amazing. The activists on this channel are so cool. Yeah, we got a lot of cool people in here. We got a lot of cool people. And everybody, if you want to join the cool people club, hit that like and subscribe, you know? The more cool people we are, the cooler people cool are. See, I made a sentence there. Cult club. No, it's the cool club, I said. Not the cult club, the cool club. We're in the cool club. A balanced vegan diet gives you all the nutrients your body needs. National Health Service. Yeah, Chase. I mean, we already know that you can be healthy on a plant-based diet. The thing about it is what most people don't understand. And I'll mention it because I mention it every time, and I'll mention it again. When you consume animal products, it doesn't matter. Sorry, let me put it this way. When you eat, whatever it is that you're eating, it all goes to your stomach, and your stomach breaks it down into, breaks down the protein into amino acids. Some of course, some of the sugary components also already get broken down through your saliva. It all just essentially gets broken down into micronutrients and macronutrients, and even those get divided even further, and they get some of them go to digestion, some of them go to like through the blood, some of them go through your colon. It's a whole thing, right? But your body does not care where all of those chemicals, all of those nutrients come from. Your body, like your stomach, isn't going to be like, what? Are you telling me that this is coming from, I don't know, rearranged molecules plastic? You know, if you had a way to take plastic, rearrange its molecules and produce food, your body wouldn't care. At the end of the day, it's still digesting it the same way. It wouldn't care. So it doesn't really matter because you don't need a specific source. You just need nutrients. And the only thing about artificial food versus natural food, which is where most people create this confusion that, well, this is natural, we've always done it this way, and you see the artificial one doesn't always provide you with the same thing. But the thing about it is that the food that we deem as artificial, the highly processed food, the reason why it's bad, it's not because it's highly processed. The ultra processed food are not bad because they're ultra processed. They're bad because they lose a lot of micronutrients. So if you supplement them with micronutrients, like if you fortify them with micronutrients, you're not going to have the same issue. They're bad because the macronutrient profile is bad, like take, for instance, it's high in saturated fat or it's high in salt. If you fix all of that, then a food that would be highly processed and would have the same macronutrient profile and micronutrient profile as an apple would be just as healthy as an apple. Because at the end of the day, you chew it, put it down in your stomach, and your stomach will break down all of those the same way it would do if it were an apple. So it doesn't matter whether it's natural or not natural. Go figure. This dude is so annoying. He converts vegan to raw meat diet. Hey, I'm doing something. If you're gonna start eating a raw meat diet, I'm doing something. You're gonna die far sooner, so less animals are exploited for you. Charmersify says, if you had been Ariana Grande, how would you have neutralized Jonathan Wen? Well, I'll be honest with you, I would not have done anything, because when you're such a high-profile person, anything you do will eventually can be reflected and come back to bite you in the ass, huh? When you're such a... You wanna have a conversation with me? Are you okay being live on YouTube?
Sure.
How old are you?
Hi, 22.
22, okay. You look very young. You wanna come here to the chamber?
Sure.
What's your name?
Ileana.
Ileana, I'm Chip. Nice to meet you.
Hi, nice to meet you.
Where are you from?
I'm from Seattle, Washington.
Seattle, Washington. Do you live here or are you...
I do not. I'm visiting, first
Oh.
day here.
Oh, love it, love it. Seattle, Washington. That's a cool place. That's
Thank
a cool
you.
Place. It's one of those really cool places in America. One of the coolest places to live, I guess.
Similar weather right now.
Similar weather right now? Okay, good to know. So I'm Chip. I'm an animal rights activist. I fight for the rights of animals. How do you feel about animals?
I like animals.
You like animals? Do you think animals should be treated like objects?
No.
No. So should they have the right to not be treated like an object?
So one more time?
Should they have the right to not be treated like an object?
Yes.
Do you think that when we farm them, when for food, for clothing or stuff, we are treating them like objects?
I think it depends on the farm and the scale of it.
So if I asked you, when we farm humans, are we treating humans like objects?
Yes.
Okay, so why would that not be the case? Why does it depend in the case of humans but not in the case of other animals?
I think it depends because we eat animals for sustenance.
And if we did that with humans,
I think
wouldn't
that,
we be objectifying them also?
yes, I think we would.
Yeah, so does it matter that how we use them, as long as, like, the question is, are we objectifying them when we're farming them?
I think if you kind of respect it and kind of use the whole animal and value their lives and kind of are able to really recognize that kind of their purpose and make sure that they lead a good life up to that point, I think it's okay out of necessity.
Out of necessity, right?
Yes.
But if there's no necessity?
I think if there's no necessity, then you're able to kind of make that choice. Personally, I don't eat a lot of meat generally, but if I'm kind of somewhere else where that's kind of culturally or not, that's kind of what's eaten, I'm not going to say no, because of my personal.
But if there's no necessity behind it, are we objectifying them? By choosing, it's a choice.
Yeah.
So when there's no necessity, it's a choice. So if we choose to do it, aren't we objectifying them?
I would say yes.
Yeah, because we're farming them for their body, not for who they are as beings, right? Not for
Yeah,
their
correct.
mind or who they
I do
are as
feel like they are
individuals.
being objectified, and I think that kind of depends on the person are they okay with that, and
Yeah.
if that is a choice I want to continue making.
Do you think we need to consume animal products?
I don't think we need to. Again, I think it's something that like culturally, it's kind of been used. It's a very like in terms of
Is culture
ease.
important to you?
It
You
is,
mentioned
yeah.
it twice, yeah.
I think culture is important to me.
Can I test how important it is? Like, would you continue or would you support a culture that does female genital mutilation?
I would not.
No? Why not?
I think that's kind of what you're saying, objectifying
Yeah.
humans, and I think that
Well, it wouldn't be objectifying them. It would just be cultural to cut off their clitoris.
yes, but I think that is kind of people and animals. I do feel like they are not equal. I do feel like
They don't have to be, though, right? Like, the question isn't whether they're equal. The question is, and I'm sorry for interrupting you there. The question is, they are individuals, right? They're not objects, they're subjects. And the question is, should we be doing something that is antagonistic towards them? Should we be doing something harmful towards them? Should we be exploiting them if there is no need for us to do so, regardless if they're the same as us or not?
I don't think so. But also, I don't eat a lot of meat. I do eat meat. I really do feel like, again, it is a personal choice. I think
Should it be? That's the question.
it should be.
You think it should be?
I
So
do
you think
feel
so?
like-
You're okay with animal exploitation
I think that
for optional products?
I think all products are optional generally, but I think it just really depends on. I think I'm more about reforming the way that farming is
Why?
is done, because I do feel like eating meat is kind of part of kind of humans to an extent. I do feel like it does.
It's really, like, the thing about it is that the funny thing about it is that ironically it really isn't. It only started being in the last 50 years. But actually, if you look 100 years from now, people ate meat once a month, twice a month. Meat wasn't such a big part of their life as we make it out to be. And
I mean, I don't know exactly the history of that.
no, but we can see it in you can see it nowadays in the poorest countries on earth. They consume the fewest amounts of animal products because it's expensive to grow food, feed to the animal, and then you eat the animal. It's very unproductive, and if you only have limited amount of resources, you're gonna create food and eat it yourself. Not gonna feed another animal and then you eat the animal because you just waste a lot of food that way. But regardless of the productivity of it, for me, it's about their rights, you know.
It's about the rights, not about the
Because if you're in the
productivity,
position of the victim, if I were in the position of the victim, I wouldn't really care. I would just think, like, if there was a need for it, still I wouldn't like it, of course. But somebody could justify it as a necessary evil. But when there is no need for it, and somebody chooses to exploit or slaughter me, I would be like, what the fuck? That's messed up.
No, that's fair. Again, I think it's really important to know where your meat comes from. I grew up in a farm, so I think for me, it's something that I was very aware of the process. I knew kind of how it worked. I knew why we ate them, you know. So for me to kind of have a lot of energy, and I think a lot of places just don't have access to other options too. And I think that's really important to bring up and to know that sometimes kind of the fruits, vegetables, it is also seasonal, and they just might not be as accessible. So I think that's part of why that choice needs to be. Although I do agree that I think generally we don't need to consume as much meat or other animal products
Consume any
as we
animal
do.
products at all.
You don't?
We don't.
Oh, okay.
We can be healthy on a plant-based diet. We have so much evidence nowadays that it's not just evidence coming in the last couple of years. It's evidence for 30 years now that we just more and more and more, and we stack up on the pyramid of evidence all the
For
way
sure.
to the top that
Yeah.
we're actually.
I do
kind of
feel like
healthy.
it is a little bit kind of higher, the distribution and the infrastructure of how that is done. I think if you have kind of, the privilege to not be able to eat meat and kind of consciously make that choice actively, that's really great. I think if you don't, you should also not, feel that guilt and shame if that is something that you cannot afford or do on a day-to-day basis.
It's actually be cheaper to be vegan, as I said. In most places, the poorest countries in the world, they eat the fewest amounts of animal products because it's actually cheaper. You can also start comparing prices on your own and see that it's actually cheaper on a plant-based diet regardless. Like, it's even cheap. A plant-based steak, which is an expensive product, is cheaper than a steak that exploits and slaughters an animal. So the price is there. The convenience is there because all we have to do is go into a supermarket and pick a different product, or in a restaurant we just pick a different thing. So on our side, the difficulty is just psychological more than anything because it's about changing. But on their side, the difficulty is psychological, physical, and life and death. For them, it's life and death. It's exploitative and it's oppressive. Don't you think that when we make these choices, we should take them into consideration? And when I say take them into consideration, make the choices as if we were in the position of the victim?
I feel like I'm someone that thinks about kind of where my food comes from a lot.
Yeah.
And yes, I do think about that, but also I think that's why I try to choose products. I have tried to go on a plant-based diet, and I have tried different things, and it just never quite works for me in terms of, like, it always feels like I don't want to say missing something, but I never feel my best. That's why I do kind of a low level of meat within my diet.
Maybe you don't eat enough. That's usually the most common practice, the most common issue, because you eat more fiber, and fiber makes you feel full. That's why a lot of people who go on a plant-based diet online and they end up losing weight or muscle, and then they come back to eating animal products. It's usually because they haven't eaten enough calories. Just as an
Yeah, no, that could be, but again, I've tried this multiple times, but
Yeah.
I'm wondering, what is exactly kind of your social experiment?
So my experiment is about this idea because everybody agrees, as you did at the beginning, that it's wrong to objectify animals. But the minute I brought up the animals that we force into slaughterhouses for products that we don't need, we start justifying by saying, well, if it's done the right way, or if they're lived a good life. But none of that is relevant to the issue because it's not like you had a good life. It doesn't make it any more moral if somebody chooses to take your life right now just because you had a good life. If somebody takes care of you, it doesn't make it moral for them to all of a sudden at one point cut your throat, or even if we start at the beginning, it's not moral for somebody to bring you into existence, to use you for your body or for whatever. If somebody brings you into existence like your parents do, you're your own individual. You have
Yes.
rights to your own life. You're not somebody's object. And when your parents take care of you and you kind of have to do things that they say, they usually do it in your interest, not in theirs. Because if they do it in their interest, it's also wrong. So what I'm saying is that we, on this side of ours, we're the oppressors in this situation.
Yeah.
We're the individuals who can easily make a choice to not oppress them. And I'm kind of showing the absurdity of it, right? Because
Yeah, no, you're right. It's
when we think
definitely-
about it in isolation, we say it's so wrong. But then when it comes to food, it's like our brain all of a sudden says, wait a minute, it's okay if it's done this way. It's not that bad. But then if we put ourselves in the position of the victim, yeah, okay, I wouldn't want that.
Right, yeah. I mean, I do feel like I stand with, I think the way that it is done and kind of understanding where it's coming from. And I think the scale is really big. And I do kind of stand on that, again, as someone that kind of grew up in a farm and has seen this firsthand. And this is just, something that it kind of is done to kind of have energy and other byproducts and whatnot.
But if I give you resources to help you adopt a plant-based diet, access to a dietitian for free, and all the resources to need,
Yes.
would you consider stopping the oppression of animals, or your support of it?
I would say, if there's kind of a petition or maybe something specific of like a specific case, I would. Again, I have tried these plant-based diets, and I'm also an athlete, and it just has
Same.
never kind of worked for me exactly. And I think kind of my personal best choice was to just eat a lot less meat when I go to a restaurant. But-
Dietitian right now,
Yeah, yes,
why
I
would
have.
that be an issue? Like, if you would have access to a dietitian who can help you adopt a plant-based diet that works for you. Like,
Great question. I have tried that, and it has just not quite worked for me. And I've tried that multiple times, and unfortunately, I just never feel.
It
my
feels
best.
disingenuous when you're saying this, because what I'm asking you, just to be clear, is if you have a way to make it work, right? If you have a step-by-step instruction to make it work,
Yeah.
would you choose to oppress animals going forward?
If I have a specific diet and way to make it work, where my energy levels did not suffer, and my kind of vitamin levels do not suffer, then yes, I would do it.
Okay.
But the
And
ways
if-
that I have tried it with dietitians and other resources.
And what did
just
your
has not.
dietitian say?
Yeah, it was plant-based. It was a lot of, I remember, like beans, lentils, I think was it soy, tofu, which I really love. I love cashew-based protein too. I don't drink milk.
No, but what did they say that the issue is?
The issue?
Yeah.
I just was never. I was just always a bit tired. I felt like I never really had.
So
the
what did they
energy
say
to do
the
that.
issue is? That's the symptom. What was the issue?
I think it was my vitamin levels were just lower, and when I tried to,
So could you take a multivitamin?
I did. Yes.
You did?
I
Did
did.
that
I did
fix
earn
it?
that. No, unfortunately.
Did not
which
fix it? Did you do blood work?
I did do blood work, and it just.
Were
I
your
tried-
vitamins levels low?
Yes, it was. My iron was low. That did get fixed, and then I think there were two other things that I had to do: start taking shots too, and
What kind of shots are you doing?
I don't remember. This
Okay.
is some years ago.
Okay, because you do have to take some vitamins, but some vitamins, like B12, is a vitamin that you should take anyway nowadays.
Yes, I do.
Yeah. Yeah, so that's the only vitamin that you need to take. And if you have a predisposition towards anemia, and you should take iron pills also.
Yeah.
It's I don't think you should be eating red meat. I think that's, if somebody tells you that, that's the stupidest advice ever, because red meat is carcinogenic anyway. So even if for your own health you're not doing good doing that, you're still better off by taking a pill that, especially because they're supplemented usually with vitamin C, so which makes absorption higher for iron.
Yeah.
But I'm a nutritionist. I'm saying only this.
Awesome.
So, but at the end of the day, I feel like you saying it's wrong what we do to animals, or do you think that there's a right way to do it to them?
I feel like there is a right way to do it by, making sure that they're kind of in clean spaces. They have free will
Spaces.
to like roam and whatnot.
A lot of space.
I do not drink milk. I think the whole kind of
But you eat cheese.
milk specific. Not really. I like vegan cheese. Again, I think I need to really learn about the specific industry that is being affected. I think in terms of like just the general animal life, I think I have I believe that I have an understanding of kind of why we do it. And again, I have tried different things, and unfortunately, meat has just been what makes me feel the best and what I'm able to be kind of more productive. And that is something that's really important to me.
Yeah, I get that. Would you be willing to cut off your own leg to eat meat if there were no animals on planet?
I think that is a
Or
scenario
to kill another
that,
human being?
I think that is a scenario that I can't really.
Like if there were
place,
no
'cause it
animals
feels
on
very out
Earth.
of place.
If there were no animals on Earth, what would you do?
Probably. I'm not sure. I think that's.
Would you
something
adopt a plant-based diet? Or would you start killing humans? What would happen?
I think there's a lot of other steps before we get there, but
So you wouldn't start killing humans or start cannibalizing yourself?
no, I would not.
No, okay.
This
So-
is an interesting social experiment.
The reason
because
why-
it feels like you're not open to kind of my feedback as well.
I'm not open towards oppressing animals, that's for sure.
Okay.
It's pretty
That's
clear
fine.
because I'm here to speak for them.
Got it,
I'm not. I could not accept, like me as a person who advocates for animal rights, for somebody to say, but I feel better if I oppress them. I can't agree with that because
Okay.
if you're in the position of the victim again, it doesn't really matter. And the reason why I ask you, would you cut your own leg, and you said no, is because you see they don't have their legs cut; they are getting killed. And I'm sure that if you had to choose between getting your leg cut or being killed, you would choose to have your leg cut. So at the end of the day, being killed is one of the worst things that can happen to you. And you're choosing to do that for them when you wouldn't choose that for your own life for the same reason. So it just feels like, okay, that just means you don't really value them at all. Because to them, their life means just as to them, their life means to them as much as your life means to you.
Yeah, unfortunately, I think we do live kind of in a world where that has been really desensitized, and yeah, I do eat meat, and I think that's something we've been doing for a long time.
But do you think you should continue doing it?
I think I should continue to kind of prioritize myself and how I'm feeling, and if that includes eating some meat in my diet. Then
But if I'm
yes.
feeling good by raping people, does that mean I should continue doing it?
I think that is much different.
How is that different? There's a victim that gets
Okay.
oppressed. How is it different?
I think that this is a little bit less of a social experiment and more of you just kind of coming here and
Fighting for their rights.
Yeah, and I think maybe you could put maybe a different sign that said something like that if people are open to
Sure.
specifically.
I'll consider it. Thank you.
Yeah.
Now,
But-
can you please answer my question?
I think I have to go. I don't have to. I have limited
Okay.
time, but yeah, I'm glad that we were able to chat and kind of hear a bit more about your perspective, and I hope that you're.
It's not my perspective, it's the perspective of the victim. My perspective is that it's extremely selfish and fucked up to choose to put animals in slaughterhouses strictly because you claim to feel better about it. Because it's the same as saying a rapist chooses to rape because they feel better about it.
I do not think
it's
it's the
only
same.
it's not only about yourself, it's also about them. They deserve to live just as much as you do. It's not because you all of a sudden were born human deserve to live more than them.
Is there a reason that you are coming and talking to just people kind of walking around instead of maybe the people that actually own these places and are continuously
Who pays for
creating
this to happen?
You're right. But also I think that's been so normalized too. So
That's why I'm not blaming you for what happens in the past. I'm only blaming you for what you're going to do going forward. The reason why I changed my tone going forward is because you're going to choose to continue being an oppressor towards these innocent animals. It's because I've been speaking nicely to you. I've been explaining to you the situation. You said if you're in the position of the victim, you won't want to be there. But
Correct.
now, after all of this, you still claim that it doesn't matter. I'm still going to continue paying for them to be exploited and slaughtered. I don't really care. It's if I feel better this way, it's up for me and how I feel better. And I'm explaining to you, I give you access to nutritionists and everything that you need. And even that you reject by saying, well, I've already tried that. How do you know? You haven't even tried that. Again, it's somebody's life on the line. It's not
Yeah.
it's not a choice where we should take lightly like, oh, I'm going to walk in the rain, I'm not going to walk in the rain. It's somebody's life on the line. And to say that I've already tried it, it feels like, really, your life means that little to me, then I'm not even willing to try something that I tried once and it didn't work. That's all I'm saying. There's a card. You have Challenge 22 there. And if you want to watch the most important speech you'll ever hear, I think you'll enjoy that,
Will
okay?
do. Well, thank you so much and good luck. Really great to meet you.
Have a good one. Cheers. You guys want to have a conversation with me?
Huh?
Are you okay being live on YouTube?
Just,
You want to come here?
just
Let's
interested in what's your live stream again.
Yeah. What's your name?
My name is Sergey.
Sergey, I'm Chip.
Yes.
Nice to meet you. Where are you
Chip.
from? Yeah, Chip.
Chip. It sounds like experience in chip. Okay.
Where are you from?
I'm from Russia, from Moscow.
Russia,
Yeah.
Moscow. Okay, I'm Chip. I'm from Romania, but I live here. Do you live
Uh-huh.
here also?
No, we're just tourism.
Okay, just tourism. So I'm an animal rights advocate and an animal rights activist. I speak for the rights of animals.
Uh-huh.
Do you think animals should be treated like objects?
Objects? No.
No.
I do have two cats in my house. One of mine and one is my wife's. And they, when she moved to me, her cat like adorably, an adorable friendship with my cat. So no objects. They are not human. Well, they are animals. So.
Do you think they have a personality?
Yes, I hope so. But it's too hard to find out because they don't talk. But still, nevertheless, it's a living.
But you can see from their behavior that they're different, right? Like I'm
Yeah,
sure that
they treat each
not all
other
cats
like.
are the same, right?
Yeah, I mean that. What is personality? Personality is the way of thinking or the way of living.
Behavioral, thoughts, that's a lot of things.
Yeah, I mean that for me, personality is not only like you walk, you eat, you sleep. For me, personality is something about a human. So the way you think, the way you talk, the way you
you
treat
also have-
another person, and so on. So yeah, respect.
Wouldn't you say personality is also what you like to do?
Yeah.
Don't animals
It's
like
a
to do
complex,
different things?
Yeah, it's a complex world.
Yeah, yeah.
Personality is all this.
Isn't it personality also how you interact with other individuals?
Yeah. Sure.
Yeah, don't animals have that? Like, do your cats interact the
Yeah,
same
yeah,
way?
they do have.
Yeah.
That's why.
And not all cats interact the same way with all people. Some
Yeah,
cats
yeah.
are scared, some cats are
Yeah,
not,
I agree.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so they do have a personality.
Yep.
And do you think that they have an experience of life? Do you think that they,
Yeah, they surely
have
do. 'cause
wills and wants,
if
emotions?
we take for granted that I forgot the surname of theory of that we came from a monkey. That so if to take this theory for granted, I forgot the surname. Whose this theory is?
You mean evolution?
Evolution, yeah, evolution theory.
I don't know.
I'm so
I
down
forgot his
right
name
now.
also.
Sorry.
Doesn't matter, but we didn't come from
Well,
monkeys, we
I
came
mean,
from apes, yeah.
if to take that for granted,
Yeah.
so of course evolution.
Well, we
and
have
experience
evidence
of
for
life.
it, so it's
Yeah,
it's really
I mean
valid.
that someone believes in God, someone believes in science, so that doesn't matter. I mean that, yeah, of course they have an experience because they get used to the way of living that we have now, and as people, for example, in the Van Gogh times, we're standing near that museum, he lived another way of life, and nowadays people. If you come to the 18th century or 19th century, so you'll get used to, and your experience in this life were not probably appropriate for those times, but nevertheless, it's evolution and
No,
experience.
but you have an experience of life, right? Like you go through life, you
Yeah,
experience joy, sadness, some
Yeah,
emotions, you form memories, you find individuals you like, individuals you don't like.
Yep, yep.
Animals have that also, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Do you think it would be okay to exploit them? To exploit your cats?
To exploit, what the word?
Exploit.
Exploit, what is it?
So like, use their body, make cat milk out of them.
No,
Impregnate them.
no, it sounds
Kill
weird.
their babies.
No,
and
no,
Take them, use them for their milk.
No, it's referring to your first question. If I consider them as individuals and the personality, as we call that, yeah. Because I have animals, and I can imagine that you kill a kind of an animal or just do something bad. Are we talking about domestic animals or the whole? Because I'm not vegan. Are you? You're vegan.
Doesn't that contradict your view?
No, it doesn't contradict my view in treating animals, but
Should animals be treated like objects? Do you think when we farm them, we're not treating them like objects?
no, I mean that when you eat food, for example, when you eat meat, that
When you eat
means
somebody's flesh, yeah.
no, that means that somebody killed a cow, so
Yeah.
you can have a meal.
Yeah.
So it's a kind of a
Is that fair?
chain. It's chain of lion eats antelope. Antelope eats.
Is that fair
less.
that somebody had to kill a cow? Because you don't have to pay anybody to kill a cow. You can eat
Well,
a
you have a
plant-based
choice.
diet.
You have a choice either to be vegan
Yeah.
and.
So it's a choice.
live-
So that means you can be healthy on being vegan, right?
It's not about health that I think, because
Okay.
it's
So
more
why
wide
make the
question.
choice to exploit and slaughter an animal? Then?
I don't think that, considering the chain, I don't know how to, in English to say it properly, but I guess you understand that it's not about.
The chain of power. The people who have power should be allowed to exploit and kill the people without power.
It's not power. I mean that people eat cow. Cow eats grass. Insects eat
I
grass.
eat
Lion,
Russians.
I'll eat.
I eat Russians.
Probably.
And
So
it's okay for me to cut your throat and eat you because I eat Russians.
no, that's killing. The same.
Wait a
space.
minute. Is killing a cow not killing?
Well, it is.
So then,
But it is
why
for
would it be
me-
bad for me to kill Russians
because
to
people-
eat them
people
and
agreed-
okay to kill cows?
No, people agree that it's not legal and
Who
it's
cares
not
what
possible
people
to
think?
kill.
Most people think that the Earth is. There's a lot
Well-
of people who think the Earth is flat.
Well,
why
you
would I
live
care
in
what
the.
people
Ah,
think?
okay, everyone
Yeah.
can have an opinion, but you may not take the human life. Okay, let us say I'm not allowed to take your life,
Why?
where despite all the things you're gonna say
Why would
on
you
me.
not be allowed to? You have free will. You can do that. You can kill me.
I can, but I'm not allowed to. But by myself, first of all.
So you think
I
that's,
cannot
you think
take-
it's wrong?
Yes, I think
Why
it's
is
wrong
it
to
wrong?
kill people.
Why?
Because you're not, even if you're a mother of that child, you're not allowed to kill your.
But if there
baby.
is a necessity for it, it's okay to kill somebody, right? Like
If
somebody.
it's self protection,
Yeah.
probably yeah.
Okay.
If the other person grabs a knife and come to my wife or me or my cat
Yeah.
in my house, yeah, I have an ability to protect, and I try to protect. Well, positively is not the word, but well, not trying to kill another person, but to protect myself.
But if there's no necessity, it's wrong to kill a human being.
Yeah,
Why?
because who am I to take your life?
So why don't you apply the same logic to animals? Who am I to take your
Yeah,
life?
because you want me call the animals an object, or what? Because I told you about the chain of food,
But
and
the chain of food is just
it's nature.
The chain of food is
when
like
lion eats antelope, what
the
is
chain
it?
of food. The chain of food that you call it, the food chain, first of all, is not a measurement of. It's not a measurement of power. It's a measurement of how energy flows in an ecosystem. It's a thing we invented to describe how energy flows, and it essentially proves that the animals who eat the other animals get way less energy than the animals who eat the plants directly.
Okay, you're
it's not a
talking
measurement
about
of
vegan
power.
things, or
No,
what?
I'm talking about science right now. And even if it were a measurement of power, let's imagine we're the top, we're the most powerful. Do you think that makes it okay for us to choose and kill whoever we want because we're powerful? Do you think power gives us the right to exploit and slaughter other
You're
beings?
talking about the thing as you call that as a power,
Yeah.
and I call that as a necessity to
But
live.
it's not a necessity. You just acknowledge that I can be healthy.
you tell-
being
can
vegan.
you- can
it's
you-
a choice. It's not a necessity.
Well, okay. Well, transferring to animals, as you're asking me about.
You're human.
Uh,
you don't have a need to consume animal products. You
Okay,
have
what
the
do I have
choice.
to do? I have the choice to eat plants only.
Yeah.
That calls me a vegan.
Yeah.
And I would like to eat something more
So you don't need to.
that I don't need to. Okay, I want
you just
to.
want to.
Yes,
Yeah.
okay,
So
I
how
want
is it fair to kill an animal because you want to?
I tried to not to eat meat, me personally.
But how
I
is
tried.
it fair to kill
and
an
I
animal
was
because
weak.
you want to? How is it fair to exploit an animal because you want to?
Okay, as I told you, are you vegan?
How is it fair? This is the question. How
This
is
is
it
the
fair to exploit an animal simply because you want to?
I consider that as more necessity than want to.
But you
because
just admitted it's
I'm
a
not
want.
I'm not
now you're
compa-
going back and calling it a necessity
Okay,
when you
I'm
just
not
said
com-
it's not a
I'm
necessity.
not competent. How to say it? I don't know the issues or papers that scientists wrote
Okay.
about this stuff. That plants are more healthy for human than animal than meat. I don't.
just
I
as
don't. I
healthy.
don't believe in this kind of paper. I
Doesn't
don't
matter.
believe-
Let's imagine
I don't believe.
Let's imagine hypothetically that you were to find out
Uh-huh.
and you got all the evidence that you need to
Uh-huh,
believe
uh-huh.
that you can be healthy on a plant-based diet.
Yep.
Are you going to stop exploiting animals if that's the case?
Hypothetically,
Yeah.
if killing an animals is not such a necessity for a human,
It's no necessity at all.
probably then we come to a word I want to. Hypothetically.
So you would still exploit animals even if there was no
Hypothetically.
need.
Me personally?
Yeah.
I don't know. Because it's hypothetical. I cannot answer
You
hypothetical
cannot answer
question.
hypotheticals.
No, because if I answer
What are you going to do
something-
tonight?
I don't know.
You
I'm
don't
a
know?
tourist. I'm gonna walk down the city, and I don't know which bar to take and what I'm gonna.
So you're gonna
eat
walk
in
down the city?
Few hours. Huh?
You're going to walk down the city?
You walk around. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. Okay.
No,
well,
I mean
I
that-
just asked you a hypothetical question.
Yeah, and
What
I told
if-
you, I don't
and
know,
you could
maybe
answer.
that, maybe that. Well, I'm an actor, and I know that in a kind of spheres like social questions, I'm just was curious what you're asking. That's good that you're asking these questions to people, but for me, it sounds like you want me to answer in a certain way.
No,
That
I
way-
want to understand your values.
Yeah,
because you say so. Let me be clear. You
Yeah.
say if there's necessity, it's okay to kill, but if there's no necessity, it's wrong to kill.
I didn't say wrong.
Oh, so
No, I mean, okay. If the first part is correct, yeah. If it's a necessity, either he's trying to kill me and I kill back. Either
yeah. So if there's
I
some
need
form of
some
necessity,
food.
we don't have to describe the necessity.
Yep.
If there is necessity, it's okay to kill. If there's no necessity, it's wrong to kill.
Yes, I suppose.
Okay.
So, okay.
So So in a hypothetical scenario where there's no necessity for killing animals to eat their flesh or to wear their skin or to
Yes,
to
yes.
kill their babies to take their
Yes.
milk, all that stuff.
Yes. Then it's
Would you still
then it-
support it?
No,
Would you
then
still-
it's hypothetically wrong to kill without a necessity. Yes,
And you would
That's
no
why
longer continue.
I'm against killing animals
Okay.
for a coat because
Okay.
there are lots of synthetical materials.
Okay, so if you find out that you don't need to consume animal products, you would stop consuming animal products.
Hypothetically, maybe I don't know.
Okay, so what type of evidence do you need to see to be convinced that you don't need to consume animal products?
In modern world, I don't know. I don't
So-
know which. I understand your question clearly, but I can just lay on my experience. No, lay how to say correctly. Well, I tried not to eat meat for a month and a half. Bless you. And I didn't like this experience. Me personally. I don't know
Who
if
gives
it's
a shit?
no. I mean that I can answer by my life.
But who cares? Who cares if you liked it or not?
Okay, wait.
That's
If
not important.
Okay, if I feel bad when I don't eat meat,
Yeah.
I will eat meat, even though
What if you did
is
it wrong?
said it's not necessary.
If I feel bad when I don't eat human flesh, does
Okay.
that mean that me eating human flesh is the one thing that makes me feel
no, you
good?
can't eat human flesh. Who
If
who
I feel
prohibits you?
if I feel bad
Yeah.
about not eating cat flesh,
Okay,
if I feel bad about not killing and eating cats,
okay.
does that mean that the killing and the eating of cats is what makes me feel good?
Yes, I consider that a mental illness, but yeah.
You consider it a mental illness to,
If
cat,
you,
to
if you
kill and
drink,
eat cats?
if you drink blood of cat,
I didn't say to drink the blood.
The
I said to
flesh.
kill and eat them. Yeah, to eat their flesh.
well, I consider that as an illness. Yeah, but
Why? Why is that? What's the difference between a cat and a cow that makes it okay to kill a cow,
well, because
but
I
wrong to kill
never,
a cat?
I never, and I cannot imagine that I eat a cat. I cannot imagine that I eat a dog.
But can you imagine from the perspective of the victim for a second, not just your perspective?
Evolution showed us that we have fish, beef,
That's
and
not
chicken.
evolution, not at
No,
all.
well, I mean, mostly eat. Yeah, people in Kazakhstan eats horses.
There you go. So
They
it's
eat
not evolution.
horses.
You acknowledge that it's not evolution.
Well,
It's,
okay,
we
if
can
you
eat. If you can eat the flesh of a cow, you can eat the flesh of a cat. So why is
Okay.
one right and one wrong?
I don't know. One is strange and the other is not strange for me.
Yeah. So if you grew
I cannot answer
so
you
if you
why.
grew up in a world where they ate cats, you probably would have eaten cats also, right?
Probably, yeah.
Yeah, so
Hypothetically,
it's- so it-
hypothetically, it's really important to say. Hypothetically.
So that means that this value system, that this value that you have, is
Uh-huh.
not a logical one. It's just something somebody told you when you were
yes.
young and you
Okay.
went with it.
Probably that question I can answer. That probably yes.
So how is that fair to kill a cow based on such an irrational thing? Somebody told me to do it. Somebody told me it's okay.
Because
if I choose to
because
kill,
as you told a second ago, I was born and raised in the society
Okay,
that calls this okay and healthy,
but I'm explaining to
and
you
by
right
my
now-
whole life I'm persuaded that
Sure.
it's true.
Sure, but I'm explaining to you right now. You don't need to do it.
Okay.
It is wrong because they're sentient beings who have emotions, who
Okay,
feel, who
okay.
experience life just like your cats do.
Okay.
So if you think it's fucked up to kill your cats for that reason because they're individuals, cows are also individuals. And if you think it's wrong to do this to one, don't do it to another. And I don't care what you did in the past. My question is, how can you ever justify it doing forward after learning that you don't need to do it? After learning,
Who said that I don't need to do
I
that?
just explained to you that you don't need to do it, and you
What
have
if-
you have a burden of responsibility right now.
Okay.
Because
what if
you
I
are-
don't believe your thoughts
doesn't
about
matter.
that?
It doesn't
topic?
matter. You see, it doesn't really matter because if I lived my life while causing harm to others, and I was aware of it, you're aware that you're killing animals, that you're causing harm to them, correct?
Not me personally, but yeah, people who prepare
Yeah,
food.
you pay for it, you support
Yeah.
it, right? So if my existence was about that, then and somebody told me, hey, you don't have to live like this. There's a better way where none of this happens.
Yep.
Regardless if that person is right or wrong, I have the responsibility to look into what that person said. Because otherwise, I would be a fucking hypocrite because I would call that wrong and I
Okay.
wouldn't even look into what
Then
they're
a question
saying.
that you didn't answer me, I probably answered and I didn't mention it. Are you vegan?
Yeah, I'm
or
vegan, of course.
vegetarian?
No, I'm vegan because I respect animals.
Oh, so that's why. Oh, okay. I had to ask.
How
that
could I be an animal rights
I had-
activist and not be vegan?
I
That
had
would
to
be
ask
weird,
that
right?
before. Yeah, I had to ask it before our conversation, but still, it's a question of being vegan and respect animals, as you said, and being a person who eats meat.
No, being a person who oppresses animals. I don't care
No,
what
wait,
you put through your
well,
mouth hole.
Okay, well,
I care
eat
about the
meat.
animals. I understand you only think about yourself, but
Yeah.
you have to think from the perspective of the victim for a second.
Yeah, okay.
And from the
I
perspective of
understood
the
the
victim.
perspective of the vegan, and
Of
I
the
have
victim.
of the victim. Yeah, you call it victim, but
But they are victims when you
all
make
the
the
topic
choice.
that you are asking people right here is
Yeah.
about why are not you vegan? I'll tell you that it's not necessity to eat meat. Become a vegan. Isn't that the aim
It's
of
not
your
just about
question?
diet. No, because it's not about a diet. It's
No,
about
on the
respecting
diet,
animal
respecting.
rights.
Okay,
Yeah.
this Mary,
Yeah,
the way, the aim is to become vegan.
Because as I said from the beginning,
Yeah.
I'm an animal rights activist. I'm an animal rights advocate. I advocate and I
Not
fight
all
for
the
animal rights.
not all animal rights activists are vegan.
If an animal rights activist is not
I
vegan,
can
then
tell
they're
you
a
more.
hypocrite.
Not all scientists are
They're-
non-believers.
Sure,
a lot of science.
That's a different case
scientists
scenario because
may
there
not
is-
believe in God,
Sure,
but they
because
are.
there is a god of gaps. But if a scientist believes that the Earth
Okay.
is flat, then
Are
they're
all the
they're
animal
kind of
activists
hypocritic.
are vegan? Are
If
all of
they're
them
not,
are vegan?
then hypocrite.
Then what?
If they're not, they're hypocrites.
Okay, so but they protect animals that we consider to eat. As I told you, I'm not a bad guy. I just
You are to them.
huh?
To the animals, you're
yeah,
a very
to,
bad
probably.
person.
To cows, chicken and beef only, or to cows, chicken and fish. Okay. I know how to end this conversation because I understand what you are trying to get from people, and every
To
time.
stop oppressing animals.
No, okay, oppressing. You call it oppressing as you being vegan, and I call
no,
that.
no. Wait a minute.
Yeah.
Is it cruel and unjust to take their life without any need
No,
behind it?
when you specially grow to kill, probably in this hypothetical way of
Oh, so
of
farming is
question,
cruel and unjust because farming inherently implies growing them, bringing them into existence to kill them.
I don't know. I can tell you as a simple person who comes to eat something, he wants to eat this.
You can't use a justification to say. You can't use an ignorant justification. I'm a simple person. I want to be ignorant about this issue.
Why
I
ignorant?
already
No.
brought it up to you.
I know.
You already
You
know.
brought it up.
Yeah. You right
I saw
you
two
right
vegan
now,
who didn't eat meat and
Sure.
they died in 40.
Sure, you right now. Sure, whatever. I saw meat eaters who died in 2 years.
Yeah, so
Doesn't
that's
matter.
what.
Yeah, so you right now
Yeah.
are a stranger on the street. I'm a stranger on the
Yes,
street.
yeah, yeah.
Right now, in front of a camera, told you.
Yeah.
You know you're killing animals. You said yes. You know you don't need to kill animals. You said I don't know if I need to.
Yeah.
And I told you there's science behind it. We have
And
empirical
I can
evidence.
tell you the science-
Let me finish. Let me finish.
Okay, sorry.
I'm a nutritionist.
Uh-huh.
You don't have to trust me. You can look it up yourself.
Yep.
And then I said, if you find out that you actually don't need to, are you gonna stop paying for it? And you said yes.
Hypothetically.
So does that mean right now
Uh-huh.
that if I brought this up to you, that you have the moral responsibility to look it up and find out whether you need to consume animal products or not?
Will I check this out?
Do you have the moral responsibility to find out whether you need to consume animal products or not?
That's what I asked. Yeah, probably I'll check this out. But unfortunately,
And until then, do you think you have the moral responsibility to not consume animal products?
if you're asking me right now, that today I am going to eat something meat.
So that means that you will be a hypocrite.
If you put this question like this, I cannot answer that because you're blaming me right now that I'm eating animals and I press them.
No. If you go forward and you're going to be doing
Maybe
that,
probably I do not understand the
you
way
are
the
going
word
to-
hypocrite.
so just to be clear,
I
you
don't
said
know
it's wrong. If you don't need to consume animal products, it's wrong. Right now, this if statement, this
Yes.
if you need to consume animal products or not,
Yes.
is unknown to you. But there's a probability
Yeah.
that because somebody told you there's a probability that it might be true. That means because of this probability,
Yeah.
you have a responsibility, an obligation to not consume animal products until you resolve this probability.
No.
Yeah. Otherwise, you would be a hypocrite. Otherwise, it means
No,
that.
okay, wait.
Otherwise,
You told
it
me.
just means you don't really care.
Well, I'm not a slim person. Yeah, and if someone tells me that you'd better not eat sweets and you're gonna get tiny, and I'm on the vacation, I will eat sweets today and I will get tiny later. I mean that due to you telling me that hypothetically, some scientists.
No, it's true. It's not hypothetical.
Well,
I only draw it as a hypothetical to
Nothing-
continue the
no,
conversation.
unfortunately
It's
not.
obviously true. We have empirical evidence showing that you can thrive on a plant-based diet. Not just one. We have meta-analysis
No, I mean
top of
that
the pyramid of
you're saying
evidence.
the
We have
true-
millions of vegans worldwide that thrive on a plant-based diet. I'm a power lifter, certified nutritionist, and I thrive on a plant-based diet. I
Okay.
haven't eaten meat in 15 years,
Okay.
and you're telling me right now that we somehow need to eat meat. But how would you justify if you say we need to eat meat? How would you describe my existence? Because I should be dead then if we need to. I should be unhealthy. Yet every
I
single
don't know
test
your
I
way
do
of
is
life
healthy.
and how you're satisfied of your life. I don't know.
But how would
I am
doesn't
satisfied
matter.
with mine.
Well, doesn't matter, right? Because you can be a rapist. A rapist could be satisfied of their life. It doesn't.
Every
doesn't make
maniac
the
can be
act.
satisfied.
Doesn't make the act of raping okay.
Okay, raping is not okay.
Why is raping bad?
Because you insult a person, a human being.
But raping an animal is okay.
I divide human
Is
and
raping
animals.
an animal okay?
Raping an animal?
Yeah.
No.
Why is raping an animal bad?
Raping is a kind of a sexual context. It's more weird than eat animal. Okay.
Okay. Did you know that for dairy production we jerk off bulls, we forcefully inseminate cows, we touch their private parts? Did you know we do
That's
that?
milk.
For milk, yeah.
I'm not so involved in this issue how it really gets. I mean that you're calling it jerking off a cow. That's
Yeah,
it's new,
they
it's a new
use-
term for me.
They put a dildo in the bull's ass.
No, they
and
just
they
pick a hand and do that as
Some
my
people
grandma
do that,
did
yeah.
in a countryside living.
Yeah.
So okay, to finalize
Yeah, that's
somehow
how they
because I
jerk
have
off
to go.
bulls. Yeah, to get their sperm, and then they use the sperm to inject it into the female.
I divide. You're talking. Okay. I divide human and animal.
Why? We're all animals.
I don't think so.
You don't think humans are animals?
I think that okay, if we are animals in your theory,
Are we mammals?
We are higher than animals. I think so. Okay.
But based on what?
We have to, because we are more technically
intelligent.
No, sometimes the instincts. No, I mean that we are more powerful. Yeah, as you told in the beginning of the conversation, we are
So
more
it's about
powerful.
power.
No, we comparing human and animals, we are more
Yeah.
powerful because we have guns to kill and so on and so on.
So it's about
But
power.
if you stay one to one with a lion, I guess you're going to be dead.
So you're all in favor of powerful exploiting the powerless.
No, I'm just telling my point of view that I divide human and animals.
Well, I draw the line between humans, and I say that
And as
humans
I-
who have
and
power,
as I
it's
told
okay to
you-
exploit the humans who don't
And
have
as I
power.
told you, that lion eats antelope and whales.
Lions rape other lions also. As I told
Whales-
you, it's
okay.
okay to rape other humans because lions rape
Yeah,
other
we have
lions.
how is character called who eat people? Hannibal Lecter,
Mm-hmm.
Dr. Lecter. He ate human, and that was okay for him.
And it's
not
okay also for you.
No, it's not okay for
Why?
the society.
Lions
then
do it
really.
too.
Okay,
he can
because
use the
it's
same justification.
set
as
a
you.
kind of a rule that we agreed that we don't take other
He
humans.
didn't agree to it.
He didn't agree.
There you go. So
But
it's okay for
that's
so
why
it's okay.
That's why in the society who agreed that we don't do that.
But he wasn't
was
part of
sent
the
to prison, no
society.
kind of.
Yeah.
He was a part of the society. Okay.
So
I'm
if
not
he wa-
talking
so
about
wait,
maniacs,
if a human is-
pedophiles, and so other.
But you see the
mental
logical
illness.
inconsistency in your values, right? You see the logical. You see that you're illogical.
You're asking
right
about
now.
this small part of growing up special animals and kill them as a called away kill.
I
Yeah,
only need
okay,
to show you
technically
one
it's kill.
example to show the logical inconsistency in your values. Yes.
Show me.
Yeah, and that's it. Is it okay to exploit and kill humans for optional food?
No.
No. Okay, but it's okay to exploit and kill animals for optional food.
Yes.
Okay, what's the morally significant difference between a human being and an animal that justifies the difference in treatment?
What's the difference between killing a human and killing an animal? Eh?
No, what's the difference between the animal and the human that justifies the difference in treatment?
I don't know how to explain the difference. That's just a difference for me because I can tell, as you told me, like when we are set or well raised in the society who consider that a food and human as a friend, as the same.
Is
human
that the
being.
difference?
I don't know.
So what's the difference?
I don't know what.
So you don't know, but you
social
create
agreement.
you create a clear distinction between them, but you don't know what this distinction is.
Social.
Isn't that contradictory in
Well,
your view?
that's-
If I say,
Can cats talk?
oh,
and
so it's about
express-
them being able to talk.
No.
What else is it?
It's about.
I'm asking you what it is. What is it about them that makes
for
it
me
okay
it's so
to kill them?
hilarious to ask the difference between animals and humans.
That justifies the exploitation and slaughter, yeah.
yeah, it's just so hilarious to ask the difference between that, because
It's hilarious that you can't name it. Why is it hilarious to ask you like if it's so obvious or it's such a hilariously obvious question?
can
Why
you
is it that you
can
can't
you
name
tell me
it?
the difference between an apple and a chair?
Yeah, I can easily tell you a difference between
Well,
an
that's
apple
a fruit.
and a chair.
That's a
Object, yeah.
object.
Yeah,
but
they're
both of them
kinda
are
objects.
objects.
Yeah, both of them are
Yeah,
objects.
but they are different.
They're different.
So
yeah.
we are
one
all-
is alive, one isn't. One is made of
Okay,
I don't know,
okay.
one is
and
made of
I-
sugar, one
I
is
am-
made of
and the
bark.
cat. We are different because I'm
What's
human.
Okay,
and that's an
but
animal.
what's the difference that justifies
Okay, I don't
the
consider.
exploitation?
I don't consider our both of us are as animals.
What's the
I'm
difference
human,
that
and that's an
justifies the
animal.
exploitation?
The exploitation of
Yeah,
an
you say
animal.
it's wrong to do it to a human, but okay to do it to an animal.
Because
What's the
we
difference
agreed
that justifies
so. We
it?
agreed so. Okay, I don't know how to answer it.
What's the
that
difference
more.
between them that justifies the exploitation?
between animals?
Between the human and the animal. It's not on our side. What's the difference on their side that justifies it on our side?
I don't know how to tell. I don't know.
So it's
Because
not
I-
such a stupid question if you don't know. It seems like you're using it as saying, there is a difference. I'm using it to inflict exploitation, abuse, and slaughter on these
Okay, what if-
individuals,
what
but
if-
I can't even name the difference.
What if because in the beginning of our conversation you called the world power, yeah, and we kill animals only because we have power.
That's why. Yeah.
What if I
For money.
answered you, yes, we kill for power? What if I answered you that question, that question that way?
Is that the difference between a human being and an animal that justifies the difference in treatment? One has power, one doesn't. That's the question I'm asking you, and I
The
understand.
question: what's the difference between human and animals?
Yeah, one human and one animal, not humans in general and
Okay,
animals
intelligence,
in general. Intelligence.
and more evolutionary power, not weapon power, but power to do anything, to grab, to
Okay.
to
So-
do different stuff, to
So
create different
capability
stuff,
to
and
use
so
tools and to create.
on. Probably okay, yeah.
Okay. Is there anything else?
Different species. I can tell you what the difference between a fish and cat. Different species.
That's just a category.
A cat. Okay,
just a category.
different category. Cats eating
But humans
fish.
are in different categories, so that doesn't matter, right?
Yeah, that's why I tell you, cats eating fish, and that's it.
But it doesn't matter.
That's nature.
Category is not a difference between individuals.
Okay, why cats eating fish?
Category. An individual can be put in different categories, and categories are created by us to categorize individuals. A category is not a difference between individuals.
So you don't think that
Category is a reflection of the differences. It's not a difference.
So in your opinion, human,
descriptive.
fish, and cats, they are all the same.
You said the difference is intelligence, capability for using tools, and capability for creation, right?
No,
if we
and
find
the
a human
global,
being,
and the
if
global
we-
different is different species, different
we-
category.
Sure. Okay.
no
So let me ask you
category.
this: if you and I are the same species, right?
Okay.
If I told you I'm a different species, would it be okay to exploit and
Oh,
slaughter
there's
me?
LGBTQ.
If I told you I'm a
racial-
different species, would it be okay to exploit and slaughter me?
No.
Okay,
because you're
so
a
it's
human.
not a species. There you go.
No, because you're human.
If I told you I'm not human,
you
would
can
it be
tell
okay?
you whatever you want.
If I showed you categorical evidence that I'm not human, would it be okay to exploit and slaughter me?
No, because I won't believe that.
There
you are
go.
human.
There you go. So it doesn't
Well,
really matter.
that's-
so
that's
you see,
true.
that's the whole
That's
thing
too
about it. It's
hypothetically.
about how individuals look like. You exploit and slaughter individuals based on how they look like.
That's the same
because
thing
I
when
even
people
told
say,
you right
"I'm not a
now,
man, not a
Yeah,
woman,
I
I'm
even equalized
some
it right
kind."
now. You said it's about species. I removed the species and I said, "Hey, I'm a different
You
species."
cannot remove species.
Yes, I can. I can. I can be a different species. I
No,
can.
you cannot call yourself a fish.
I cannot. But if I told you that I am a different species,
You are not.
First of all, hypothetically speaking, if I was a different species, that's what I'm asking you. If hypothetically I'm a different species, I'm still the same individual as you see in
No,
front of you.
no.
But if I'm a different species, is it okay to exploit and slaughter me?
That's a chain of food. Cats eat fish.
So is it okay
dogs
for
eat
you to
cats,
exploit and slaughter
so
me
on.
if I'm a different species?
If I need something to eat and I'm gonna die,
No,
if I not
no,
eat
no.
something,
You
I
can
will.
always choose to eat something else.
I can. But
Is
if
it okay
we're
to
in the
exploit and
sand
slaughter me?
and you staying in front of
Is
me,
it okay to exploit and slaughter me if I'm a different
In a
species
circum-
and
in
there's
a-
no need for
in
it?
a certain circumstances,
if there is no need for it. It's pretty clear. We've
No,
been speaking
you're
this whole
removing-
conversation. We've been talking about the absence of need.
You're removing all the circumstances.
No,
and
I'm
all
telling
the-
you, when there
all
is
the
no
situation.
absence, from the beginning, I'm telling you, if there is an absence of need, from
If
the
there is,
beginning,
if
I've
there
telling you.
is.
Okay,
I
so if
cannot
there is an
imagine if
absence,
there is.
if there is an absence for need, and I'm not the same species as you, is it okay to exploit and slaughter me?
If I need to survive, yes.
So, but if you don't, it's not.
If I don't need to survive, and
Is it okay
not-
to exploit and slaughter
if
me?
we're not, for example, on an abandoned island and we have to eat either me, either you, yes, probably it's not so necessary to exploit you,
Even if I were a different species.
even if you were in different species.
So species doesn't fucking matter. Thank you for proving my
No,
point. You see,
you're not proving
you're
the
just
point.
illogical
No,
right
ju-
now.
just
You
to-
just clearly,
Stop.
you,
Just-
you
just for
clearly
those-
just stated right now.
just for
You
those
said
who-
the difference is species. I said, okay, if I'm a different species and it's, is
and
it
I
right?
told you, if I don't want
and
to
you
survive,
said it's wrong. In a
if I don't want to survive,
again from the
if
beginning.
there is a
the-
necessity, I will explode
but
you
if there,
you're different
if there is no
species.
necessity, you said you wouldn't.
If there is no necessity,
You wouldn't.
I told you.
Okay, and when there is no necessity, why are you exploiting and slaughtering cows, chickens, and pigs?
Because I think there is necessity. Because
Okay,
I want
well, I
to
think
eat.
there is a necessity to exploit and slaughter you. Does
Go
that
do
justify
that.
me doing
Go
that?
do that.
Does that justify me doing that?
Justify.
Yeah, does that make it moral if I choose to do that?
If you want to do something,
If you want, so if I want to exploit and slaughter you or your girlfriend,
Okay.
then it's moral because I want to do it.
for you, yeah, probably.
For me, so morality is based on the individual who does the action, right?
the individual who does
So if I'm
does
a
not,
rapist, and-
agreed with the society
so,
rules.
so,
that
so
we
if a
could-
person says that rape is moral, then it's moral because he says it's moral, correct?
for him
For him, it's moral, so it's moral.
and those who like him,
And those who like him, right? So rape is moral. If everybody in the
For
world,
rapists.
if everybody in the world says that rape is moral, then rape is moral, correct?
hypothetically, probably.
Yeah.
Probably.
So slavery was moral,
can
right?
imo- I can-
Slavery
I
was
can
also moral because most people agreed with it.
Those time
Yeah.
they lived that way.
Yeah, yeah. So
I
it
don't
was
consider
moral,
slavery
right?
is okay.
Wait a minute. Why
But
not?
those times they lived this way.
Yeah. So you think slavery was
Have you
moral?
have you heard something about 90s?
Slavery was moral,
in,
correct?
Those time for them in
No,
their
for
minds.
you, for you, slavery was moral.
For me, I told you just said 10 seconds ago. I don't think slavery was okay.
Oh, wait a
But
minute.
they
why
lived
not?
that way.
But why not? Why wouldn't slavery be moral? Your reasoning for
As
something.
I told you, you cannot. You cannot close.
Let me
human
clarify.
life.
Let me clarify. Your reason for saying something is moral or immoral
Yes.
is strictly based on how
Society agrees.
How
yeah.
society agrees.
Yeah.
They lived in a society where
Yeah.
everybody agreed that
And I
slavery
don't.
is moral.
And I don't agree with the rules of those societies.
So there you go, a contradiction. Because you just said just now that something is moral if the whole society agrees. So the whole society agreed that
And
slavery
I told
is
you that
moral.
for those days, in
The
their
whole
minds,
society
it was
agreed.
moral.
And you,
Nowadays,
and you,
it's not
and you,
moral.
And you should say that it was moral.
For them.
No, for you also.
No. Because, why is, I
Because
told you.
during that time,
No, that not-
because
that is not
during
moral.
that time,
That
the
is not
rule
moral.
applied. So wait a minute. If tomorrow everybody in the world says slavery is moral, then you're gonna say slavery is moral, correct?
No, because I.
But
was
if the whole
raised,
society agrees that slavery is moral, slavery should be moral to you.
Should
That's your
be.
rule, right?
Stop.
That's
Should
your logic.
Be. Stop. No, don't put me to your answer that you,
You
want to
just
hear.
said what makes a thing moral. Didn't
What
you
I
say
said.
that society
you can,
agrees
you
with
can
it?
watch in the video. I just said
You
that
just contradicted yourself twice.
Stop. People lived in
Twice.
those. You give me the answer or I'll leave.
Please.
People live in
leave.
these. People live in the world.
Are you gonna contradict
where
yourself
they-
more?
Yes.
Okay, let's see. More
People live in
contradictions.
those times, and for them, in their minds, that was okay. Nowadays, for me, it's not okay. And I was raised in the paradigm that it's not okay. If tomorrow some dictator said it's okay to eat kids, I will not support that because for me.
Why? Because everybody
Because
in
for
the
me-
world says it's okay.
Yeah, because for me it's not moral. And I
Why not? So
and I was,
then
and
what
I-
makes
and I
it
would be
moral?
and I would be considered as
What makes it
a-
immoral?
Moral because for me I was raised with another values in my head.
So it's about how
for
somebody
me-
is raised.
Of course, everything
Oh,
is.
okay. It's about us. So if somebody is
raised-
raped to rape, then rape is moral.
For this person, probably, unfortunately, yes.
No. You see, the thing about morality
Don't try
and
to-
morality,
no,
it's for
you're-
you.
you're trying to
So I'm trying to
put me in
let
the
me explain to
situation
you.
of
Let me explain to you what I'm
mental
trying
illness.
to do. So I'm a child right now, right? You are trying to teach me as a child.
Okay.
You're trying to teach me morality.
Okay.
And I'm asking you, Daddy, is rape moral?
And me
Yeah.
being a dad of that guy, if I am a
Is
good-
rape moral?
if I am me personally was the father of that guy,
Is rape moral?
hypothetically, I would tell no, it's not moral.
Why not?
because you're not allowed. It's an
Why not?
not a law, but you're not allowed to do anything with the life of another human
Why not?
because you're not a god. You cannot. You can say because
I feel like a god.
You feel well. You can. I will teach my son that it's not
Teach me.
moral.
Why is it not moral?
Well, I cannot explain in just one sentence, but the main answer is that you're not allowed to do anything.
Why
to
not?
do,
That's what I'm asking you. Why am I not allowed?
because imagine they do that to you.
Oh, so it would be wrong to do something to somebody if I wouldn't like it to
No,
be done to me.
You want me to answer in one sentence?
you're right. I
how
agree
to
with you on that
how
one.
to grow up a son
Okay, okay.
and answer
So
all the questions.
would
Why
you-
the sky is blue?
Would you like to be exploited and slaughtered for optional food?
Me personally?
Yeah.
No, I don't want to.
Okay, well, by that logic, Dad, that means you should also not exploit and slaughter other animals for optional food.
I don't consider that an optional food.
Yeah, but, well, you see, okay.
You is my son. You don't know about
okay,
any
well,
science.
okay, so there has to be necessity. Okay, well, I need to kill humans. I need to rape humans. You're right. I consider it that it's a
You're
necessity.
answering as a grown-up man who knows something in your mind.
No, I consider it as
Weird,
a
a
necessity.
little bit
I'm a
funny.
child right now, and you're
No.
teaching me what morality is. And I consider raping a necessity. You never mentioned that it's about if it's necessity, then
What
it's
is-
okay to do
What
it.
is the social experiment? Like, what's
I'm just
the main
showing you
question?
contradictions in your worldview.
Contradictions that I don't say. I said not to kill human, but to kill specific animals for food.
Which you never show the difference between them.
I said that that a different species, intelligence, and so on, so specific.
So if we find a
ability
human
to
being
create.
with
For
the same
me,
thing,
that's a difference.
We
And
eliminated
that's enough difference.
And we eliminated species, and you said okay, so it's not based on species. And you said intelligence, capability for tools, and what else did you say? The capability to create. If we find a human being who has none of these capabilities, like an intellectually challenged human being, is
Yeah.
it okay to exploit and slaughter them?
No,
There you go, contradiction again.
I cannot imagine the human like this. By the
Contradiction
way,
again.
You're asking to what you did right now for the whole time. You're
Yeah.
asking hypothetically.
I triticalized it. It's called triticalizing.
Yeah. All that you do,
Yeah.
you're asking hypothetically.
Yeah.
Theory. and
That's
so
how you
on.
test moral
You're
values,
living probably in
hypotheticals,
the
yeah.
theoretical world. Probably. I don't.
No, I live in a world where I'm aware that humans like you exploit
No.
and slaughter innocent
You
sentient
just do
beings because they think they need
hypothetically,
to. It's the same
hypothetically,
reason
what
why
if-
people
what if-
rape
what if-
other humans because they think they need to.
You know, it's a bit scary that
It's
you're
the exactly
vegan and
the
you,
same
and you
reason.
tell a lot about raping.
Yeah, yeah.
You're vegan
Yeah,
and you
because
take-
your
telling
actions,
lots about vegan.
because your actions
Yes.
is an injustice in the line of the same injustice as it is raping. Because why is raping bad?
No, I
Why is
d-
raping bad?
Yes, I told you. You can
Because
watch
you
it
don't
on the
wouldn't want
video.
that done to you, right?
No, because you're not allowed to do anything
Why is
harmless
it?
to
Why
a
are you
human.
not allowed to do that?
Because.
Yeah. Why?
Why? No, you know that there's a law that you cannot kill people.
Okay. What if there
There's
were
a
no
law.
law? Would it be okay?
If there were no law, well, people lived sometime
Would it be okay?
3,000
The
years
question is,
ago.
would it be
Probably,
okay?
I don't know.
Would it be okay?
Now it's not okay. I
But if there
cannot.
were no law, would it be
I'm
okay?
too tired to jump
if tomorrow
in
a
a
law
theoretical
appears,
world.
If tomorrow a law appears that says there is no law for killing people, would it be okay to kill people?
It will never be okay to kill people.
Why not? There is no law.
No, I'm
Nobody telling you that it's wrong to
Unfortunately, I
do
have
it.
to
So
tell,
why is it would be
I have
wrong?
to tell goodbye to your live streaming and to you personally
Okay.
because we're going round and round, round and round.
But you
You're
see, you
asking
don't.
me-
You cannot say what
you can
something
ask
is
it-
wrong. I
I-
can. I know
No.
why it's wrong. I know why.
My
I
answers-
know why rape is
Wait,
wrong.
wait, wait,
I
wait,
know
wait,
why
wait.
killing is
Stop.
wrong. You don't know.
My answers-
You just say that somebody told you it's wrong.
My answers.
That's the thing
ju-
about it. That's the
Let me-
ironic thing about it.
My answers that I gave to you are just not enough for you.
No,
But
they're
I
not enough
clearly-
for any logical
Wait, stop.
person.
I told
any
you-
logical person
you
who
can-
doesn't just listen to somebody what they tell that what they're
You can-
told.
you can-
Somebody who likes to think critically and logically would not
Yes,
would,
I
should
do
not
think
not-
critically,
would
logically,
not
but
and should
all you
not
do
would
is
not
to
and should
trying
not
to put me
accept
in
no no
your world.
would not and should not accept as an answer why is rape wrong because I say so or because it's wrong or because it's illegal. All of these
I told
are
you, because
logical
you're
fallacies.
Not, you're not allowed
why
to do
is it
anything
wrong?
to another life.
Yeah. Well,
No, why?
why?
Because
Why?
you're not. You,
Why?
you didn't. You haven't given this life,
Why?
and you mustn't take that back.
So why? So what? Why would that
why,
matter?
Why? You're
Yeah.
a little like a kid now.
Yeah,
Unfortunately.
I'm trying to get you to understand why
Yeah.
it's wrong, but you don't understand it, and it's funny. I wish everyone would speak to their own situation and then get it drawn out in front of them the same way that they speak for their victims if they are not vegan. That would change the outlook of what's appropriate a lot towards vegan actions. Yeah, well, I mean, Renee, the thing about it is, I really did try to explain to him time and time again to show the contradictions and everything, but he did not see absolutely single thing. And the person says that I lost. Oh, Patomico, if you think that I lost, oh, if you think that I lost, man, oh, that's funny. That's funny to me. If you think that I, in that situation, lost, that's funny. Somebody says you're gay. Thank you so much. Who said that? Boo Boo, thank you so much for calling me gay. When somebody calls me gay, we call it a win. Thank you so much. We call it, that means cool on this channel. So you just called me cool and I appreciate it. Thank you so much for calling me that. I mean, I saw he was never gonna get anywhere. You are annoying. Oh yeah. I know it's annoying when somebody's right. I know when I'm right, I'm annoying. You're right. Somebody says you lost an ally. Oh no, I lost somebody who says it's okay to be vegan, but I'm gonna keep exploiting animals. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Cry. I don't care. This isn't about me, brother. This is about the animals. As much as you wanted to believe it, as much as you want to hate me, you know that what I'm saying is true. We don't need to consume animal products. When you consume animal products, you are forcing animals into slaughterhouses for optional products. And what I was telling him from the beginning to the end is that right now, I just explained to him, somebody brought it up to you that you don't need to consume animal products. Whether you believe it or not doesn't matter, because right now at that moment you have a moral obligation to look into it, because this isn't just an act about, oh, I'm gonna go outside or not, oh, I'm gonna make a decision. This is about exploiting and slaughtering hundreds of thousands of innocent sentient beings. And you can make a choice where you say no more. So what you can do, what you have to do, you have a moral obligation to stop oppressing innocent sentient beings. And if somebody tells you that you don't need to, and you had the belief that you do need to, you have a moral obligation to look into whether that is true or not. That's what I've been telling him. That's what I've been saying him from the fucking beginning. But he did not get it. And that's what I've been trying to do, show him the contradictions in his whole worldview. You may not like it. I didn't like this type of conversation. I don't like these type of conversations. But I'm here to speak up on their behalf. I don't give a flying fuck about this guy. This guy is gonna be okay. He's gonna go over there. He's gonna go pick animal products. He's gonna go exploit other animals. He's gonna go be on his mind, living his life. And on the other end, the choices that he's making is gonna force innocent sentient beings into slaughterhouses. Oh no, think of a poor guy. Let's not cry about him. Cry about the hundreds and thousands of animals that he's going to be forcing into slaughterhouses, okay? He also kept saying that humans are not animals and that there is evolution theory. Also that, Felix, there's an evolution theory and that humans are not animals. Jesus Christ. Hey, that's gay. Thank you so much. That's cool. That means it's cool. Thank you. Hey, that vegan teacher. Nice to see you here. Lots of hypotheticals. It's the only way. It was the only way, sadly, to talk to this person. Alexandra says one more. I just joined. Alexandra, I don't think I have it in me. My feet are kind of frozen. It's not for nothing. Go back to Romania. I'll go visit at some point, but I have that citizenship now, so. Be gay and have a happy day. Yeah, be cool and have a happy day. Thank you. Yellow teeth. Not at all. It's just the lighting that's yellow, but I appreciate it. Pedro Pascal, is this your job right now? I guess. It's called fact. That we don't need to consume animal products, that animals are sentient beings who deserve to not be exploited or treated like objects for products we don't need. Let Chip rest. He's done an absolute marathon in the rain. Love all anime says cry. Nah, not now. I'm gonna go cry home. If you want to warm up your legs, do some calf raises. That's a good one. You need to brush your yellow teeth. Yuck. What the fuck? I understand you have an obsession with me. IMQSQS. I understand you're obsessed with me, but I'm not interested. I'm not interested in you, bro. Flat Earth Discord is full. Come, let's have some fun today, says Alexandra. Oh, Alexandra. There was an obvious language barrier. As a mother tongue English speaker, this language is linguistic minefield. Also, you were speaking too fast. As a multilingual Anglophone, I'm always aware. Thank you, Charmersify. I don't think it was there. I think he got it. I think I repeated several times, a lot of times I repeated several times what the thing is. I don't think it was a language barrier anymore. I think it was pretty clear to him. Like the whole aspect that you don't need to. And he said, I think I need to. And then he just went, then the whole conversation, like in order for him, for his belief system to be true, his whole belief system had to rely on this idea that it's all based on how you think it is. The morality is based on how you think it is. And then this whole conversation became about how his morality is in one way and that's how it should be. No. That accent is strong. Thank you so much. Is your opinion that my consumption of meat under these conditions still unethical? You're forcing innocent sentient beings into slaughterhouses for optional products. That is freaking unethical. Would you like it if you were in their position? You would not. So, don't force them in that position. His view is the same as 99% of human population. That does not make it right. An appeal to popularity does not make it right. Chip, would you eat your hand if you had no other food? Probably. I don't know. Chip, due to a medical condition, I literally have no other choice but to consume meat. I doubt it. I have a team of over 20 medical professionals, half of which are vegan/vegetarian. I doubt it. I don't believe it. What's the medical condition? Yeah, or then eat the less sentient meat. Do that. Yeah, why eat the animal products that are sentient? I believe in what God says to do, not a nutritionist or a doctor. You're right. If you get cancer, you better pray. Don't go to a doctor. If somebody cuts your leg, don't go to a doctor or a chirurg. How do you say that? Whatever. If you're having issues, health issues, don't go to a doctor. Pray to God. That will work. If you accidentally cut off your finger, surgeon, thank you. If you accidentally cut off your finger, don't go to a surgeon. Pray to God that the finger gets put back together. How are you today a nutritionist but yesterday a software engineer? I'm both. I'm a nutritionist and a software engineer. It's not that difficult to be a nutritionist, FYI. Took me 1 year. Yeah, my jacket is vegan. And yeah, it was an expensive jacket, so I'm assuming I think if I'm not mistaken, it's made either in Denmark or somewhere around that area. Chip, Philadelphia positive acute lymphoblastic lymphoma chemorrhagic graft versus host disease severe neuropathy. Austin, okay, what are you? I don't get it. You're just mentioning protein deficiency? I don't get it. What are you mentioning right now? Is that the condition that you're in that says it's okay to exploit and slaughter sentient beings? I'll pray to God to stop being an alcoholic from debating all these non-vegans. Yeah. Smart people don't call themselves smart. Well, I'm not that smart, huh? That's the beautiful part of it. I'm not that smart, and I'm still smarter than I'm still smart enough to understand that you don't need to exploit and slaughter animals. I'm not that smart, but I'm still smart enough to know that you should be vegan. I'm not that smart, but I'm still smart enough to understand how morality works. I'm not that smart, but I'm still smart enough to try and not have contradictions in my worldview. There you go. What if I lived in a desert where trees are more scarce than animals? Then what would the animals eat, dude? If you lived in a place where there is no food coming out of the ground, what the hell would the animals eat? Such a ridiculous claim. How many animals died to create your smartphone? I'm vegan. It's been 2 days, brother. Oh, that's cool, man. That's cool. That's properly cool. This is Call of Duty. Bravo, man. Appreciate you. That's really cool. Really cool. Congratulations, Call of Duty. That's amazing. I hope it's true. You use hypotheticals, but reject them when others say. I never rejected a hypothetical. What do you mean? I always answer hypotheticals. I always show the contradictions in a hypothetical if that is the case. But I don't reject hypotheticals. Didn't you know that cows grow by eating oxygen? 2 days vegan and still not starving? Chip, yes, amongst 2 A4 pages of other ailments, hence my original question. With that in mind, is it still unethical for me to eat meat? Yes, it's unethical for you to exploit and slaughter sentient beings. You can eat meat without exploiting and slaughtering sentient beings. Thoughts about eating mussels, mollusks, insects versus mammals. If they're a sentient being, don't exploit and slaughter them. Thank you for the question. It's as simple as that. I don't know if all of them are sentient, and I would err on the side of caution. And if you don't need any of them, then don't exploit and slaughter any of them. Somebody says, grow soy boobs, mate. Yeah, sure. Talk to all the female vegans and ask them if their boobs gotten bigger since they're vegan. Spoiler alert, no. Doesn't work that way. Not all animals eat plants, they eat each other, idiot. Okay, but they can't eat each other. You understand? That's the food chain, bro. All of you guys use the food chain as an excuse, yet you don't even know what a food chain is. Oh, okay, so Call of Duty is actually a troll. He says he eats grass only. I don't know if you're a troll or not, but if you're a troll, that's disappointing. Yeah, okay. So you're just a troll, Call of Duty. Some of you people, I swear to God, man, like, you complain about me and tell me, get a job. How dare you do this? Go home, go back to Romania. All of this shit you yell at me when I try to speak up for animal rights. And some of you come in here and troll an individual who's trying to speak up for animal rights. And you don't tell them to go home, do you? I think Pia, I think you're behind. He's gone already. Yeah. Thank you so much, everybody, for being here. I want to give a shout out to Draculum for being the first to comment on the last stream. And I know that the second person to comment was Martin. For those of you that don't know, we have a little bit of a contest on this channel. The first person to comment on the stream gets a shout out. Martin was the second person. Martin also puts out a cool vegan content, everybody. So if you want to, subscribe, Martin's a cool person to subscribe to. He's a staple in the vegan community. Martin's everywhere. He's everywhere for everyone. He's a cool person. It's pretty simple, everybody. I'm gonna simplify it before I go. You do not need to consume animal products. You don't have to believe me. You can look it up yourself. When you consume animal products, innocent sentient beings are exploited and slaughtered for you. And if you wouldn't want to be in their shoes, if you wouldn't want to be the one being exploited, then don't exploit them, okay? It's as simple as that. You do realize that there are ecosystems without plants. Are you an idiot? Just admit it. Oh my God, I am cute. You really love me, man. I know you. I know you love me. Stop being so obsessed with me. I'm not interested. I'm not interested. Draculum gets a shout out, and so did Martin, yeah. Tell the people starving around the world to only eat veggies. Well, you know what? Cogito ergo sum. There's this thing that we in the civilized Western community, we the civilized people, we the big people, you know what we do? Is we go to the people who are starving, the countries where people are starving, the poor countries, and we tell them, yay, grow food, grow grain, grow all of these, grow grain, grow soy. When they give us, and they come with that grain and that soy, which would be enough to feed all of us, instead of feeding all of us, we feed them to some animals, we exploit and slaughter those animals, and we get a fuck ton less food in the process. So when you buy animal products, you're also exploiting the poor, brother, because you see, those people, if we didn't do that, if you, maybe you're living in a Western world already, if you didn't buy animal products in this world, in this Western world, and you obviously have options if you live in that world, then what could happen is you would no longer be supporting even this practice, where those people in those countries could literally grow all those foods to feed themselves instead of us buying it and feeding animals. So stop with the nonsense. Being vegan is the logical choice. It's not a whoa, I believe it's like this. It's the only logical choice. The only logical choice. Stop exploiting animals. Don't be a dick. Don't be a dick to animals, okay? Be vegan. That's the most, like this person, being vegan is unnatural. Appealing to nature is a fallacy. Why are you gay? Thank you so much. When somebody calls us gay on this channel, we say it's cool. Why am I cool? Because, I don't know, I was born cool. Thank you so much, everybody. Have an awesome day. Stop exploiting.